everybody to this week in Lessons in Love. Another beautiful Wednesday. Oh wait, hold. Let me say it. Say it softer. Lessons in Love. Hawaiian storm. Anyway, we're here. Ricky, you want to give the title secret so we can introduce our lovely people here. We got Permanent Party on the gold couch. We got Amber. Give it up for her.
Yay! Go Amber!
We got Manny.
Hey, Manny.
Y'all doing good this week? Y'all doing good so far?
Yes.
Nah, bro. I found a gray hair in my head today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Time to hang up the jersey, huh?
I'm Tom
That's
Brady
weird.
with this. I'm searching.
Okay. How about you, Amber? You doing good this week?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've already had gray hairs though.
My beard's gray. I mean, but
Yeah.
no one knows.
I've been doing good. It's hot as hell this week.
It is hot. It is hot as hell. It's DC in the summer. That's what it is. You already know.
Goodness.
Feels great.
DMV in the summer.
Feels great.
But if you're by water.
From Georgia, so
Well, all right. We got the gold couch, and then we got our two guests on the black couch. We are so happy to have them this week. We got Israel.
Appreciate it. Nice to be here.
Round of applause. And we got Ebony.
Hi.
hello.
Another one.
Let's go. Another one.
Yes. So listen, let's go ahead. Let's let our guests introduce themselves a little bit. We'll let ladies go first. Ebony, tell us a little bit about yourself, your age, relationship status, what you want out of love, if you want marriage, kids, whatever. Or if you're married, if you have kids, tell us about yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ebony Adams. I am in a relationship. Don't know if I want kids. Don't know if I want to get married. I just know that I'm happy where I am.
Okay.
I am an artist. I paint, draw, do all that stuff, digital art, whatever. You can check me out on Instagram, Emotions of an Art Queen. You know,
Hey,
follow me.
follow
right?
her.
Yes.
Tag the
Emotions
promo.
underscore of an art queen.
Let's
Make
go.
sure you get out on the score.
You're gonna spell it wrong.
Yeah, they probably. But hobbies, is that I love painting and drawing anything. What I want out of a relationship is just to feel comfortable, to feel like I can give my true whole self to whoever I am with, and loyalty. That is like one of the things that I will not relent on. Is I want whoever I am with to be loyal, truthful to me, and I will give them the same.
Okay, so we got a little bit from Ebony. That's good to hear. Love and loyalty, true self. All right, we'll get into some of that later.
Yes.
All right, Israel, let's talk about you, man. Give us some relationship history, anything about yourself, and what you want out of love and life.
Appreciate it. Well, currently situation right now, relationships a little complicated, but it's getting worked on. What I want, honestly, I'm not necessarily sure. I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what's out there, you know, just figuring myself out at this time. Eventually, do I want kids? Probably, you know, wife, settle down, white picket fence life, you know, solidness, you know. But honestly, all I could really ask for out of a relationship is just honesty, you know, commitment, and just, you know, being truthful to who you are. And if you can give 100% to me, I can give 100% to you, and it is what it is.
We got a 200% relationship right there. I love it. All right.
Facts.
All right, so we're going to start getting into some topics. First topic I'm going to cover, though, is I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to talk a bit from the men's perspective on this, is I feel like sometimes we see a lot of talk about, you know, respect and disrespect in relationships and what people could do and can't do. And sometimes I feel like some of the larger social narratives around like what men should accept or shouldn't accept, right, gets kind of phrased in the way about insecurity, right? I'm gonna talk about this situation. If y'all didn't see, Moneybag Yo is with this girl Ari. She's a massive social media star. Good for her. Congratulations to her, right? There's a video of her, you know, there was a video that came out this week of her twerking, throwing it back. Yams going crazy. All right, all kinds of yamage, left, right, the ocean and the motion.
Waves.
The waves back, and she's throwing it back on her gay best friend. Yeah, people were calling her out and everything. She said, "Well, that y'all know that's Greg. He's gay. I treat my gay friends like I treat my female friends, and so I dance on everybody, right?" And so whether or not that's her decision, that's on her. I'm not really gonna get into gay men and women being the same, or whether or not you consider them same. But what I am gonna talk about is Moneybagg Yo's response to this was a lot of y'all are insecure, and y'all need to stay focused. That's y'all just insecure. I ain't never been insecure, right? And I'll say it like this, right? I think what we do is we put men in this position where we say, oh, if you can't tolerate a certain level of disrespect, that you're being insecure about something, right? How many people in the room would like to see their partner, man or woman, throwing it back or getting it thrown back on? With the ladies in the room like to see your man catching all kinds of yabs. You're like, oh, that's just my friend. She bi, right? Right? That's disrespect is disrespect,
No,
right?
that's real open though.
Huh?
That's real open though. I'll let you finish.
Well,
this
let me
next time.
finish it. We get into it, right? That's real. But I'm gonna say it from my side. I feel like sometimes we see this a lot. This word insecure, and for me, I think the whole phrase, the whole like framing of it in a way is gaslighting, because it tells men that if you check anything as disrespect outside of just straight up cheating, is insecure. Oh, your girl dance on somebody and you're not supposed to get mad. Oh, your girl, what's the limit? Your girl started dancing on some random dude in the club. Oh, I'm not mad. You just insecure, bro. Your girl taking girls trips and she not calling you back. Oh, don't worry, y'all just insecure. Nah, bro. Like, there's a certain level of respect that both parties gotta have in a relationship, and I just don't want to see dudes getting played that way. I don't want to see anybody get played. But women are real quick to stand up for women when they see a man disrespecting them. But dudes get kind of in this pocket where they want to say, "Oh, that's insecure." So that's what I thought.
Facts.
That's
Yeah.
my kind of piece. I'll let y'all speak on it. We'll pass to the gold couch first. Amber, Manny, whoever. Man, you said you had some.
Man, I'm right there with you.
You right there with me?
Because I thought that was crazy. Like you said, getting into the whole topic of, are gay men equivalent to women is a different discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But, I want to see, my boyfriend being yammed up like that by, his lesbian friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's my,
That's your dude.
That's my dude. That's my junk. I don't want.
She said, "I own that."
That's my junk.
I don't want your butt cheeks on my junk.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then vice versa. I just think that's mad disrespectful.
All right, Manny, what you got to say?
I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate because I don't agree with it.
Mhm.
But however, that's her friend, and she in a relationship with Moneybagg. He probably been around this dude, and the only reason I think people are talking about it is because dude don't look flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
If dude looked flamboyant in the terms, no one would have said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one would have said nothing.
Yeah.
But since he looks like a
He looked like a regular dude. He got chains on. He got a beard.
There's a lot of regular looking dudes out here with it. So I'm saying, but if he sees it, he knows it. And even for example, I mean, even I'm gonna say a friend because I know it's a different person. But she's a lesbian. We went out drinking, and she was throwing it back on my homie. Like, what are you doing? That's not you.
Yeah.
She's a hoe. She dressed like a hoe.
Dude.
I use the word dude.
Stud.
She
Yeah.
was dressed like a whole dude. I'm like, this looks weird. And as my friends, they were like, yo, this looks weird. Because from a distance or in the dark, it looked like you so I just, I'm not okay with it. But if it comes out stuff like that, I'm gonna play it cool. Even then that's the type of relationship they have. Let them be it. But even then, if I'm not okay with it, this is something I can suppress and move on from. There's a lot of things in relationships where it's I don't really like that, but hey, it is what it is. I know who she is. I know what she want. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like I know him, but as a celebrity, you know, image is everything. I understand that, but I don't think Moneybag's gonna lose points for this.
He not gonna lose points. I don't think
So
he,
it doesn't matter. It's a mute point, you know, when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he loses points. It's just a thing. I'm kind of more making a criticism of the broader narrative where, as a man, you gotta take disrespect on the chin sometimes.
I mean, because
And-
was he there?
He wasn't there.
All right, and
He
even
wasn't.
then,
He wasn't in the city.
I think actually like he wasn't in the city.
wow,
He
So,
wasn't
that's
even
right
in the
there.
vicinity.
I mean, but saying outside celebrity status,
Yeah.
the men and women we date, when they go out somewhere, I automatically assume they in the club like boys trip, girls trip.
Yeah.
They getting ass on them. They throwing ass on somebody. It just
Yeah.
don't get seen.
I usually just throw my ass on my girls. Like if I really like, if it's juvenile and I really just gotta fucking do it.
Yeah.
Working with your man,
That's
you
fact.
bet, yeah.
That's
Women,
facts.
women
You
usually
can't
do
stop
that. They
that.
usually,
That's what my
they usually
girl
dance
said.
with their friends. But there's a group of people, and it's large enough to say if they were watching, they go out and they do what they want to do. They have a hot girl summer, but they go back to their boo. They go to Miami real quick. You gotta know that shit gonna happen. Like,
If your girl going to Miami,
Yeah,
focus
yeah,
on
yeah.
yourself, bro. That's all I got to say.
if your girl go to Miami and call you in the morning, or she call you before she go in the club, she call her when she get home, I'm like, that might be a keeper right there. I mean, you can't just say Miami's off limits for people in relationships.
Nah, it's off limits. All right, I'm saying, you can't go to the state of Florida if you with me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I'll
Damn.
tell you. All right, but I'll pass to the black couch. Let's go ahead and get your take, Ebony. What you got to say about it?
I feel like when you're in a relationship, you set those boundaries. So, Moneybag Yo and what's the
Ari.
girl and Ari, they probably already know that when each of them go to the club, they're gonna be throwing ass or he gonna get ass thrown on him.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
first of all, he's Moneybag Yo.
Yeah.
So I
You
think
got the
it's-
money bag.
right?
Fact.
So I feel like with their situation, he's not worried about it, so the rest of the world shouldn't be worried about it. They do what they do. Me personally, I've been to Miami.
I wasn't picking up my phone.
In a relationship?
In a relationship.
Okay.
And but
She
I
said
did
she was
call.
yamming it out.
I did call and I talked to my boyfriend.
Yep.
You know, while I was there, and I still dance. Now, I ain't gonna say I was throwing all the yams like how she was.
Yeah.
She basically covered that man with all the yams.
Bro,
Man, like a
sweet
Thanksgiving
potato
But-
pie. It was
Yes,
jammed up.
it was
Man.
Thanksgiving. She
Yeah.
was serving it up.
Thanksgiving.
Anybody wanted a piece, she was ready.
Yeah.
He was a gay man on the
But-
cusp.
You know, I danced with my girls, and then I danced with, other people a little bit, but it wasn't, I mean, I wasn't sitting up there trying to dance and grind and feel nothing. It was just like a little twerk or something, and then, just go about my way. So,
Yeah, a little
I
turkey's
feel
enough.
like it's what you allow in your relationship. If that person has a problem with it, then don't do it. And it's not about insecurity. It's just what they feel comfortable with. And we can't, and I think it goes for men and women, because I've seen women been called insecure just because they want to allow their man to go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, it's what that person feels comfortable with. So you have to
What up, Yodi?
respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Iz, what you think?
Man, I don't even know.
He like yams.
I'm
He's trying to get yammed up.
listen, jammed up on a Thursday night. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Put him on my plate.
But if you
Right.
in a relationship, like Ebony was saying, like you have to have that level of respect. It's like you have to have that communication and that open line where you can talk with your significant other, and it's like if they okay with it, then you okay with it. But if they not okay with it, you have to have that level of respect. Like, all right, you don't feel comfortable with it. I can see that. I'm not gonna do it to make sure you good. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's a two-way street. If you out here doing something that your significant other don't want to do, it's gonna be a petty vengeance loop. It's gonna be all right. You doing this? I'm gonna do this,
Facts. No.
and it's just never gonna end. And that to me is what begins the breakdown of a relationship, where if you can't talk about something and you out here just doing stuff, I don't know what to tell you. Like you just that's not meant for you.
Yep. And to add to that,
Go for it.
as a as a man who grew up in a city where he's outnumbered by women.
Oof.
And then
17-1.
Man, listen, that ain't a bad
Are
idea.
those real numbers?
That's real numbers. 17-1 in Atlanta.
What's your source?
God dang.
That's the fucking
Black demographics.
That's black demographics.
Right.
Black statistics for black people.
He always bringing up numbers. He always bringing up numbers.
It's the number man over here.
Like, you know, like 1 in 1,000 people get a roach in their Cheerio. But nah, it's like say I'm going out, like, you know, girl go out and they do that. Oh, it's all sweet until some random girl come and throw it on you. Mm-hmm. I've been in situations. Oh, you did that? Like, oh, okay. Well, are we stopping or are we not?
Exactly.
Like what it is. Like and it go both ways. Sometimes people go, oh, it's cool, and then they see the significant other, you know, man or female, go back and do the same thing. They be like, you know, it's like, what?
So it just depends. Now your significant other might be just cool with a little bump and grind, but then when that chick or that guy get a little too into it, then that's when they might
That's
get a
what
little
happens.
jealous.
Yeah.
But see-
Because if she's throwing yams like
Yeah.
like
She throw
everywhere,
Yeah.
and then he's, you know, all into it, or maybe he's trying to back up a little bit,
Yeah.
then that's when the significant other might be a little,
Yeah,
you
the
know.
comment in question came from, you know,
Yodi, that's
girl-
a friend of yours. You want
oh,
to
what you say?
Yodi said, I am all about compromise on comfort. However, I do want to keep pushing someone to have some growth in trust. And what I would say to that, I'll start off here. It's just like, I'm just not going. If I'm in a relationship, I'm just not going to put you in a situation where you feel like where you need to question your trust of me.
Yeah.
That's how I
That's
feel.
true.
right.
Yeah,
That's true. I'm not flying to Medellin, and going on dudes trips and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm not getting it thrown back on me in clubs. And then telling you, oh, you just being insecure. Because how many times you have seen that and the person was really doing something really behind their back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That happens all the
That's
time.
true.
It happens
That's
all the
true.
time.
It does happen.
It does.
And it's so like it's like I'm like 6'9", like stupid. I'm not even gonna let you get the chance. You understand? Like you not about to play.
But this how money.
You not gonna play with me, and I'm not gonna like again. Like I'm 28, right? So I'm getting grown. I'm getting older. I got some good older guys around me, right? And it's like, and so I'm at this point where like I'm not hopping into relationships just to not be lonely no more, like I was when I was 22, 23. You know, like
Sure.
Nothing. What'd you say? Yeah. I'm not just hopping into relationships, right? But when I make a commitment to someone, I'm gonna make it seriously, and I mean that, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
I believe
but
that.
so I'm not gonna put you in that situation, and I would, and you not gonna put me in that situation. And if you do, we gonna have a conversation about one time, one maybe two if you're lucky. And then, and after that, you're not gonna keep putting me here, and then trying to gaslight me, telling me, "Oh, he just a friend." Da da da. Like, why you
Rest in
mad?
peace, Miss
No,
Markey.
don't do that.
Right.
Anyway,
Definitely agree with that.
let's see. Man, you had something else? You have something?
Man, I always got something else.
Yeah. But let's see. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so like with that, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm the same way. I ain't trying to do all that, but you gotta understand, if you do all that, like, people want me too. Like,
Yeah.
That's what, and it happened one time a while ago.
I'm
Like,
hot.
Yeah.
Desirable.
Nah, so like, stop it. But girls, just kind of keep your hands in the air like in the strip club. Can't touch strippers. Can't touch them. So you doing whatever. Then old girl turned around, grab you by the neck, and then start putting the front on you. At that point, we're like, whoa, this is too much. Hey. Then old girl comes through like, what's going on here? Like, same thing that was going on over there. She just turned around like, I'm out of here, yo. Like,
Yeah.
like, but that, like, well, I thought that was cool, but this is before we are all the way in a relationship. We out having fun. We might have had sex, and now it's like a problem. Like, but you started it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be over here chilling. So I mean, it's my opinion, it's a bad thing to do, but people can do it, and if that's how they ride, that's how they ride.
Yeah.
That's just not how I ride.
It's not
Yeah.
staged.
Yeah.
I'm not
exactly.
putting the relationship in
Exactly.
jeopardy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just gotta set them boundaries.
Not a
Yep,
fucking
and
swinger.
that's really all it is like boundaries and knowing what the limit is, because if you feel like your partner isn't okay with it, then maybe it's a bad idea. Like if you have to double guess yourself, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should have that conversation, have that open line, because again, that's where it comes back to trust. Where if you can have that open line of conversation where you can talk to them, they'll be able to they'll be willing to trust you more. Where like for instance, with this situation with Moneybag Yo and fucking Ari, like they probably had this conversation where they can have that level of trust where it's like, all right, you in this city, I'm in this city, you do you, I'm gonna do me, but at the end of the day, we're gonna FaceTime at night because we don't know the situation after what happened. We don't know if they talked, we don't know if they were FaceTiming, whatever the case may be, right?
FaceTiming for the club closed still. That's a mute point. We out here chilling.
Exactly.
Or even if you're in the same city, you pulling up on me.
Exactly.
So
And then another point to that is if you haven't had that conversation, chill out, because there's going to be other times where you're going to go to the club before you have that conversation, because next, if you go ahead and do it, that's how people see, and then they can also be like, oh, I saw so-and-so at the club and they was dancing on this person, and then it gets back to your significant other, and then now it's just a whole nother thing.
And you got to snowball
with
effect.
this girl, he had a hand in the air. They were out
Right.
here going.
Oh no!
I saw it with my
It
own
was
eyes, man.
so
Called it
motion.
4K. Yeah.
I got the iPhone. I seen it.
Girl, I got pictures. I got all the pictures.
They will do that to you.
You see this red message?
Yeah. So Moneybag Yo's a very rich man. He's making a lot of money. But we gonna talk about another topic. That's something Manny brought up. He wanted to talk about this week. We're gonna talk about men and women, and can they afford each other?
Oh.
Men and women, and can they afford each other? We go segue this into also what we want. Larger, but Amber, do you think a man, there's a space where a man can't afford a woman or a woman can't afford a man, and do you think those things are equal? Do you think those things are the same thing?
I mean, it's possible. If a woman or a man, in this case, a woman. If a woman already has a certain standard or living standard and just like what she's comfortable with, and you can't provide that for her, and she's looking for like somebody that's kind of like that kind of person, like an equal provider, then you can't afford her because you can't match her cost of living. That's what I'm looking for, like her cost of living, her living standards. Maybe she doesn't want to live in an apartment with white refrigerators and shit, like and linoleum countertops.
She want to be on top of that countertop.
My mayonnaise still stick though, so
Kool-Aid and it like stains forever.
God,
Man, she going
She's trying to lead this thing.
Floor ceilings, man.
Wallpaper, super blend.
She live somewhere with granite countertops and like stainless steel, and they got like an ice maker on the outside and stuff.
I got that too.
And like, if she's also looking for somebody that's like a partner and a provider or can help provide, and you can't match that, then you can't afford her.
Okay. Do you think a woman do you think a woman can't afford a man? Do you think that's possible?
Hesitation.
yes.
Yeah, well, in the same scenario.
Can I interject
Go
here a
ahead,
little
go
bit?
ahead, go ahead, go
first
ahead,
of all,
Parks.
I'm off. Yeah, Rick Parks, Joe Budden podcast.
Ghost in the building.
What a fucking week with BNY. I think that it's a little bit different when it comes to when a woman affording a man. I don't think it's anything financial.
Yeah,
I think it's everything. Not saying it's character driven for a man too as well, but how does she make a man feel? How is he? How do they support? How does she support his man? How does she take care of him and other things with that too as well? And we just saying that. What do you think with that too?
I would say that so I guess if we're talking about like metaphorically afford and not like
Yeah,
just
not financially. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
A fork could be multiple things. Doesn't have to be just
So,
monetary.
Keep going. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Yeah,
I
like
got you.
if he's not there, like to the emotional intelligence that she's at, then he can't afford her because they're just not gonna work out. If he's not, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Like grown enough on his grown man shit. Like he just still needs some like, maturing and some experience and everything. But she's already, been there, done that, and already knows what she wants. Then yeah, you can't afford her because you still on your journey of figuring yourself out and everything. And I'm already, at the point where I already know like all that stuff. So yeah, in that sense, a man wouldn't be able to afford a woman.
And you know what? And this is how I feel too as well. I feel that I do think this, that women should date older men.
Yep.
Not like older as far as like 10, 15 years, but
wrong
a
with
few
that?
years older. Like
I
you
see
shouldn't
that.
date your own peers because women do mature at a faster rate than men do. So if you're 25, I'm 25. I mean, it's one thing, but
You're
if I'm
not
30,
25,
you're
Ricky.
25. I'm gonna give an example, man.
I know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If I'm 33 and you're 28, there it is.
All right, Cross.
So,
What you got?
so my question is this, right? That was I understand where it's coming from, but it's also a very generalized statement, right? So let's say the roles are flipped, and the man in this situation has everything that he needs. He's been through it all. He's done, being out in the streets, whatever the case may be, and he's trying to settle down. And he finds a woman that is still trying to party every night, that's out doing whatever, and can't
Throwing the
handle
yams back.
situation. Exactly, throwing the yams back, whatever the case may be, and they can't handle the situation, right? So how would that role be reversed? Like, would you say that the woman
She
was
can't afford him.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna get commitment from him.
Exactly.
You gonna get you gonna have some fun. Because we can hang out, but you're not gonna be my boo. You're not getting the boo treatment.
yeah,
You're
you're
not-
there for nighttime.
Yeah, we have fun. If you're
Yeah.
cute, we can go out on dates, look
What if
nice
it's a
in
day party?
public. But you're
Right.
not gonna
We
you're
go
not
to
gonna
day
get
parties?
commitment.
And then I think that's when we roll into different titles, like friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And,
Facts.
friends that just you out, certain people just out living their best life. And that's when you just kind of put people into certain categories. And for her not to get her feelings hurt, that's when you go into telling that person what they are to you. Like, hey, I know that you are young and that you are doing your thing, and there's no issue with that. Do what you do.
yeah.
None.
But I'm looking for this, that, and the third. But if you still want to hang out, if you still want to smash every now and then let's do that. And
Hey.
if they're fine with it, then great. But
Come
if
on
they're
now.
not, then you go and you move on to the next thing. You move on to something more serious, or if you are still just wanting to smash, then you find somebody that's cool for that. So,
I'm so glad you
Is
brought
that-
that up, right? So with that, what would you do in an instance if your significant other or the person you talking to, whatever the case may be, overplays their role?
What do you mean
Got-
overplace their?
got-
What do you
gotta
mean
get cut.
overplace their
So
role?
Cut
like,
'em.
when I
Cut it
say
from the
over,
team.
so like exactly. So when I say
Say-
overplays,
yeah.
right? It's like let's say y'all talked about it. Y'all not really looking for nothing serious. Y'all in a friends with benefits category, right?
A situationship?
A situationship, exactly.
Yeah.
A situationship.
That's what
where-
situationship is, Yodi.
Where they overplay their role, and it's like we in a friends with benefits, but I don't want you to see this, and that person, or I don't want you to do this, and that.
So
How would you?
basically,
If
you're
you ask it
saying
too-
that
if you ask
they
it too many-
can. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
you're right. You're the guest.
So, thank you. So basically, you're saying that they're still trying to dictate certain aspects of your life.
Exactly.
Then you cut off.
You cut him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut. Yeah, you
Ain't
cut
nothing
off.
to cut that.
Hey.
Like you got different expectations of what you guys are,
Yeah.
really doing. Like clearly she thinks that like the direction you're moving is more towards a relationship and and then you're like, no, I'm just trying to, keep it casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's just different expectations and then without you have to communicate obviously and
Yeah.
if then she's not getting it still then it's like, nah, you just
Yeah.
doing too much.
I've seen situationships turn into relationships. Quite
Yeah, of
honestly.
course.
Like I mean, but at that point, if you want to come out when you want to voice your opinion in the situationship zone, and if it doesn't go your way, prepare to be cut off.
Yes.
You're take like,
Yes.
do I want to take this risk? All right.
You're right.
I really like you. You like me? Oh nah. Okay. So at this point, things gonna get weird.
Risk
Yep.
versus
So you
Yep.
might as well just,
I feel-
be
yeah.
like, all right, then not cool. I'm gonna see myself out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But
No,
definitely.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
something about the
Go ahead.
to it. So like, I brought this up because I was talking to Yodi, by the way, about this.
Shout Yodi.
So we started
Yodi my
about a man not being financially able to take care of women. Financial can't afford, not affording a woman. So and it goes both ways, men and women. They go through a lot of situations. So like let's say, for instance, I'm divorced with kids, right? I pay child support, and then I'm seeing this girl, no kids. She want to travel. She want to do this. I can't get my bread up in time. I can't do whatever to try to keep up with her and her lifestyle. And you don't want to hamper her. Put that. Be that guy that like, well, he's nice, but he can't do anything I like. I think in turn, she may be all into you, but over time, it's going to wear out if you can't deliver time and time again. Also, the like I said, she may be all about you, but that's how it. What's another thing I was going to say? There's that, and then women get tired of getting let down, and you have a bunch, especially in DC. There's, in my opinion, from what I see in like my circle, there's a bunch of other single men that probably make more than you. You may not know their personality, but in initial, as far as dating, a woman's going to give them a chance too. So, they can do this, they can do that, and they may try to be an asshole in the end. It may work out in the end, but you're in competition, and it goes both ways. So, like on the woman's side, not being able to afford a man. So, like you got a man that's always moving around doing this, doing that, and traditionally a man does take care of a woman. If a man can provide, he will more times than not.
Yeah.
Like so if you got it, you gonna do it. It's just facts. If he not, that means he don't really care.
Let me ask
Homosexual.
Let me ask a question real quick.
So like, but like
go ahead,
over
man.
time, he's out here dating. He may be all about this woman, who don't have nothing. But then, what if you got a woman just like her in another tax bracket, just from dating in the area? There's a lot of women that command a lot of business women here. Like they, at this point, I'm in my mid-30s. From what I see out there, like there's a bunch of women there. They got their shit together on the surface, because you really don't know nobody until you start dating.
Exactly.
But
That's
the fact
true.
is, on the surface, you're gonna look in and see and try it out.
Exactly. You got a window shop before you get into
so
the
like,
store.
but I've only been here a couple years single this time around. So like, I mean, and I don't shop too much at all. But if you see it, it's like, they're the same, but she got me this, or she's doing this, or doing that. I'm not even saying on a materialistic level, but like, I don't have to lose as much to get exactly what I want out the same person.
Yeah.
Respectfully saying.
Yeah.
You got the group of people like, oh, he or she got this, we doing this, I'm gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but in that search for substance, if you have two people characteristically are the same people, one make more bread than the other, it's human nature to take the one that make more bread than the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that
Absolutely.
may come back and bite you in the ass. So you gotta be careful and look for the right things.
Exactly.
So,
Ricky, what you got to say?
Amber,
Yes.
Ebony, question. So we're talking about, can the man afford a woman afford a man? Would you two date, or right now, in your position, would you date a man that makes significantly less than you do and be comfortable with that? And we're talking about financials too as well, monetary.
If he's going
Dollars.
I want to put this in. I want to.
Pounds, pesos.
I'm
I'll say
afraid.
yes.
Okay.
I'm afraid
Yeah,
this
no.
right, because what we gonna get right is we gonna get yes, but if he has ambition. We already gonna get the yes.
I don't want
but
the ambition part.
Yeah.
I don't want that
ambition is
So
just he gonna make
basically-
more
I'm
money
on Nick shit,
in
though.
the future.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
The ambition
So
is he
yeah,
gonna.
The whole
that's-
second, the whole second.
That's
Hold
what
up.
y'all gonna say. Yeah, if he got this, if he cute, and he got the swag and
Nick
the.
read my
What's that?
mind.
What's that movie with
You
Taraji?
did. You
But hold a
definitely
second. Hold
did.
on.
Yeah,
I
let me
want to.
finish.
I want to hear it. I want to
Let me
hear it
finish,
for the
but-
record.
So listen,
Nick ain't cleaned this up.
Let me finish it out. Let me finish it out. So
Okay.
no, yes, but you gotta have ambition. This is a nigga who work in Jiffy Lube, but he just gonna keep working the Jiffy Lube.
He's a plumber. He
He
likes
a plumbing
plumbing shit.
He plumbing and he gonna
Like,
keep plumbing.
that's-
He don't got no
That makes
side
bank.
hustles. We got a 9 to 5. He work. He come home. Y'all good with that? He makes significantly less than you. Y'all good with that or no?
I'm talking. You making like 120. He making like 40.
He making 50. We're getting 50.
I think
All right,
that's
50.
okay.
Oh.
DC inflation.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Hold a second. We're not. We ain't talking
There it
you.
is.
Hold a second.
Oh, man.
Amber,
Yes.
Ebony, please. The floor is yours.
Oh, Lord.
Come on now. Just, hey. Lessons in
All
love.
right.
Give us a lesson. Teach us.
In love.
Nick done put his feet up.
I know
Because
that.
all right,
Cause when y'all took the ambition out of it, that really that killed a lot. That
It's
killed.
just code word for when we gonna make money
Well,
later.
No,
Exactly.
honestly, can I reword that from Nick?
Okay,
So
please give us a little leeway.
yeah, so like you meet somebody, they make that much money,
Okay.
and let's say they do have ambition, like
They got the wallet.
you're gonna give them a chance, clearly, right?
Right.
What's your threshold?
How long? How long before
Like,
the
how
ambition
long
gotta pay
before
out?
they
I wouldn't say
actually-
how long, because it can be timing, it can be planning, it can be a lot of stuff. Because I have ambition to get up and make breakfast, but I don't do that shit every morning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
like
there's levels to
So-
ambition.
Answering your question first.
okay.
So, if there is ambition floating around in the atmosphere,
Yeah, yeah. In the air.
as long as I see him working every day, like going for his goals, something fails, he tries to pick something else up and he tries to do it. And he's like, man, I think this idea will work. We try it.
Who's funding that? Who's paying
I
for
knew
these
you was gonna-
ideas?
Yeah, that's the reason why I stopped mid. That's the reason why I stopped mid sentence, and I was like, ah, shit.
Come on now. It's the voice of God. I'm off camera.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If my job is set, and if my job is set, and we ain't gotta worry about nothing because I'm good, then we can keep trying it.
It take a lot of time. It take a lot of time for the
Ambition.
homie to get the stuff going. You got some free time in your hands because you set.
That's
now
Wendy Williams'
Raul might
husband.
meet you in the hotel bar on a work event or something. And do you entertain him? Like,
He make
Amber, what you got? What you want? Let's tag team it. Amber, let's tag team it.
Look, she wasn't ready for the angle.
I wasn't ready for
Amber knows who
Abu.
she dealing with right now.
I wasn't ready for Abu.
hey,
I
real.
took the ambition. She said,
Hey,
I
one
got the
second.
game plan. Goddamn.
Hey, Amber.
on purpose.
Amber, I'm give you. Hey, Amber, I'll give you a few more seconds, real quick. I send everybody the link. Little
Okay.
housekeeping. Send it off if you haven't done it already to your socials.
Okay.
Amber,
Let me go
please.
ahead.
All
The
right.
link I sent y'all. Yeah, promote that.
So, I'm in a situation where I'm one of those DC rich black women. You know, I make good money. I got my shit together and stuff.
Till you open doors at Ricky's house.
Yeah, turn that
So
on.
what?
Till you open doors at Ricky's house.
Then I'm like, how to do it? But and my boyfriend makes less than me, but
Significantly less, if I could ask.
yes. And when we first met, like I already knew this. Like we talked about that because I'm one of those people. Like I already know what I want. Like you ain't about to waste my time. I'm about to get straight to the point about everything. And so he had the goals and the ambition, and that is key because like I'm not about to pay. Like I'm nobody's sugar mama, and like on top of that, I want to also make sure that I have my own savings, like my own money and stuff, and I'm not having to use all of my money to, spend on both of us and stuff like that. But I also don't like have like a lavish lifestyle. Like I really don't care about anything but my Nikes. And
Saju.
that's like literally it. And like, doing my hair like once a month. And so I'm still able to save and stuff like that. And then like when it comes to things that we want to do that might cost a little bit more or whatever, he'll contribute, but I don't expect him to like break his neck. He got an 11-year-old son and everything that he pays for all by, he's a single parent and stuff. So I don't expect him to break his neck for us to go do something. He'll contribute what, he can, and I'll cover the rest of the costs, and I don't have a problem with that because he's working towards, a job and a career that will put him in a better financial situation.
That's the right
And-
way to do it, though.
And that's, yeah.
But you're an exemption to policy.
And so I don't
So
mind.
you're investing into him.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yes.
I mean,
That's a good word
I have a
for
question.
it.
So,
Yeah.
like, you say you're investing to him, but
Will it pay off?
I think the way you explain, your man, he's good enough to where he ain't gonna be like, hey man, let me get like $5.
No.
See, exactly. He gon' I'm sorry, I was real Atlanta with that.
Hey, if a nigga asks me $5, run.
Hey, run with that land. We can hit that
I'm sorry,
demographic.
nah, but that was a great answer. Cause like we in this conversation in Atlanta,
17-1. Demographics.com. That's just for black people.
Usually women make more than the man. And I hope she would like to share a story. But women make more than men normally there. Mm-hmm. So, and then like, you got the other stigmas and stereotypes to where they don't look downtown at the businessman. They go to Decatur.
Well, that's where they make more money than them dudes. They don't make more money than the businessman.
There's only like 4 people that make more money over there, man, on each side of town. And but at the same time, most women don't want a woman of standards
lead attorney.
and with a real paycheck don't want no drug dealer after a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wake up way before we do.
Yeah.
Go full Sierra.
Yeah, so like
And I would say, like, in this area, before I had my boyfriend and stuff, and not necessarily, I guess, dating, I guess that's what we call it, or just getting free drinks. And
that's completely different.
so,
No, you ain't gonna let that slide.
And so, like, I used to date a lot of dudes that had money, and they would always want to do like that lavish shit that I don't like to do. Like, I like keeping my money. Like, I don't care about anything but like sneakers and doing my hair and maybe getting my eyebrows waxed and like buying shit off of Amazon. Like, that's it. That is all I do with my money. And
Facts.
so, like, going, I mean, and traveling, that's fun and stuff, whatever. But, like, I don't want to go to, like, those expensive-ass DC clubs all the time or bars and lounges and do all this expensive stuff all the time. And I felt like dating the guys that have money, they always wanted to do that, and that just wasn't my personality type.
They want to show out.
Yeah,
all my boys that
exactly.
And that's not my personality. I'm very like low
Laid back.
key,
Laid
back.
Grab a couple of beers, some wings, go back to the
Yeah.
house,
Exactly.
do a little
So
something.
I'm more like a
Let's-
kickback.
Let me ask, right? Where do you think that would stem from, though? Would it be like from past relationships where they haven't had anything, where they have to flex now, where they like, all right, I got this. We could do this,
Definitely,
and that.
I'm thinking that that's what women want is like a guy to like be flashy and show off that he has money and like first of all that's how you get robbed.
That's a 24-year-old.
That's how you get
yeah.
robbed. That's how you get scammed. And like, cause I know about that, cause I used to date rich guys for a reason, And so like,
Amber was out here
You got a
scamming.
sugar daddy
and
plug?
so-
Oh damn, you was Cardi B, Bill Cosby.
the white dude
Last
with
year
DC
song was
that-
Amber.
Oh, doobity whoop.
And so- But yeah, that's not my lifestyle. So I found that dating guys that make less than me, they live the lifestyle that I live, where it's just like laid back,
You make all the decisions. You wear the pants.
See,
And
yeah.
to-
She wears the Nikes.
And
Like wear the Nikes.
For sure, she said it wasn't like
She said, I'm be late. I'm be at the Nike store. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. I believed her.
Facts.
I
Those are facts.
don't throw money in there unless you're like spending money like recklessly. I'm like, nah, son, you can help with these bills if you got
You
money.
ain't
Like,
right.
you can,
Yeah, these
throwing
Nike
it
bills.
recklessly. But other than that, I don't bring up money. Like, me and my boyfriend have like a clear understanding of like how money works and stuff in our relationship. So we don't ever have issues about that. And so no, like, I let him be a man. Let him, he's a man. Just because he make less don't make him any
Facts.
less of a man just because he makes less money.
So he makes the decisions.
We both make the decisions. Depends on what the decision is.
Ooh, that's a good point. So let me ask
Because
you
if it's
this.
decorations,
Go ahead, Izzy.
I make the decisions.
So,
Okay,
so
okay.
we're not looking at decorations, right? We're looking
talking
at
about
like
real
in the
shit.
grand scheme of things, like, right? If we out in public, right, and let's say I make significantly less than my significant other, and I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I can pay for this to like protect my ego. How would you feel about that?
You never said it out loud.
It just wait.
I mean,
wait.
you never
so,
say that aloud. You're right, but at the same time, like that's really where it goes. You know what I mean?
I don't think
But
so.
I think it depends on, like, did both of you guys decide, like, hey, we're gonna spend, look, babe, I know you don't got this, but I know that this would be fun for us to do. And then the guy, or I guess you in this situation, you're like, well, babe, I don't got the money for that. Are you cool with spending your money? And then, I mean, if both of you guys want to do it, then of course I would be like, yeah, that's fine. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So I think in that situation, it will just be a little quick conversation or shoot. There are people around, a quick text. It would be like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. Are we cool? And be like, yeah, I'm gonna cash out you the money, and then you act like you paying for it. Something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'll say this: if you at somewhere you can't afford, you don't need to be there. That's number one. If you're a man, don't put yourself in that position where you can't pay, where you can't.
I like Target.
But I think it also depends.
Talk to Mike.
Target.
But it depends.
I was saying, look. If you go into one of these rich spots that Amber's talking about, and you broke, don't go in there. Don't go.
But
you can't afford there.
Yeah,
but
go somewhere nice. Go somewhere nice for what you got in your budget. Go get a nice time in your budget.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I also feel like if she wanted to go there, or if one of the people in the relationship, if they wanted to go there, then cool. Like you guys can either split it or they can just take over the cost. They know your
We
situation.
did that in my relationship, but my boyfriend just saves up for it.
That's true
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we
another
go at the
thing.
end of the
Yeah,
month, baby
let's
girl.
go.
We go at the end of the
Right.
month.
That's
All right.
true too.
That's where I was trying to go with it, because it's like, would you rather wait and do it like end of the month, beginning of the month, whatever the case may be, or if it's like a spur of the moment type of situation where it's like, all right, I want to go to Barbados right now. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Stay my ass
That's nice.
And I don't think
nice
that
to have
was.
option.
I don't know if that would ever
Man.
be. I think with both of you guys knowing your financial state, you probably can't really do too many spontaneous stuff. So it's one of those things where, hey, babe, I want to go to Barbados, and then we plan for it. So
Hey, let's get some money straight.
right, let's
My
go.
bank account is checking the savings, Yeah,
So my bank account set up
Right.
ramen noodles for the rest of the couple weeks.
Right.
So, like,
Jesus
and like I
Christ.
said, as a man, you don't put yourself in a position where you can't financially do what you're supposed to do, right? Because this is what I'll say, right? And I've been on date. In my younger days when I ain't have no money, I was a guy kind of dating around, and you try to put a girl to a place you can't afford. You try to split a bill. What happens is
You tried to split the bill?
I'll say this, right?
Humble
This
beginnings.
is my experience, right? But a lot of times, like, especially in the black community, we got women are already have, a lot of them who grew up in single parent households have a tendency to be in their masculine, right? Already be in their masculine, right? And so for a black woman to get, especially from a single parent household, to rest in her feminine, she's got to see you take that lead. Right,
Yeah.
and you have to do the masculine things, and be under the masculine burden of performance, right? So So I would say in my experience, when you go to a restaurant or somewhere, especially with a black woman, this might be different for white women and other people who got different kind of backgrounds,
How
right?
they get their food before me?
But
Hey, talk your shit.
as a man, you have to allow a woman to rest in her feminine and feel like she's comfortable and feel like she's being taken care of, for her to like fully express that. Because if she feel like she got to thug it out with you, you gonna get a thug, and then next thing you know, y'all going back and forth and fighting over some shit that y'all need to be fighting over. So that's my personal experience.
I'm glad you made that point, because that is definitely true. I've known a lot of black females, and just me too, where in the beginning when I started dating a lot, like, I grew up
out here.
Yeah. So I did feel that way. Like, it was a challenge for me to just sit back and let guys pay for certain things, and
I got it. Fuck it, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also just felt like I don't want them to expect anything, so I'm also going to pay for it. And I don't want them to be like, okay, yo, I'm paying for this, so that means I'm paying for some, pussy at the end of the day. Like, no, that's not the case. So I just always felt like some men just, I just felt like I needed to do that.
Because you felt like you owed them. There was an insecurity and feeling like you owed them something.
Not an insecurity, more so like I didn't want them to feel like they had
Something over you.
over me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing though, because a lot.
Facts.
Let's say a lot. Which one
Facts.
is that?
You said a lot.
Yeah. How many views I got?
95%.
A lot.
A lot of men will use that, and that's what it makes a lot of women independent. To like when that's when a lot of women grow out of it. Like I'm telling me what to do and all this stuff like that. I'm gonna do what I want, And like it's unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
It absolutely happens. Like when I never been that guy.
Yeah.
But I seen him, I'm like, hey, like I want to leave him, but he did my nails. I'm like, hey, but this is like my younger friends and whatnot. I'm like, yo, you can't.
Yeah, as a younger dude, you're definitely in a different mindset. I think guys under 25,
for sure.
definitely.
I'm talking about more so. Well, actually, both parties, right? Like, but even then, the younger women, they're like, they're not, they're really like just on the ride. Where younger men, they're like, hey, baby, can I get that PlayStation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never said that.
I mean,
That's bold. That's bold.
Yeah, that's not part of my day to
There
day.
are women out here doing it.
Playing for PlayStation.
Huh? Where they at? Let me find them.
Yeah.
Let me find them.
But
I'll
I'll say this in to play devil's advocate to the men's side. 1 in 3 women have admitted to going on a date with no intention of being with no sexual attraction to
Just
the
for
man.
food.
So they're going on. It's called a foodie date.
I believe your numbers. Where'd you get that from?
It's a study from
Black
it's,
demographics.
blackdemographics.com. No, it's 1 in 3 women that have been. Have y'all ever done that? Y'all going on a date just for food? Like you ain't really fuck with the guy, or you was like, I don't really know. I don't know if I like it, but you trying to take me somewhere nice. You ever done that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't,
Free
but I
drinks.
do know women that do it.
Yeah.
But I have not.
You have not.
Went on a date
Will
just
you?
for food. Like,
I
will I?
mean,
Well, not
She taking
now.
now.
Well, not now,
Yeah.
but would you if you were single?
I mean,
Somebody trying to really take you
I
out
think
somewhere.
First, a breakup, you would.
Everybody
That's
get
my
hungry.
opinion.
I mean, I'm
That's-
be honest with you. I'm be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've done that as a
Ricky,
male
I ain't
perspective. I've done that as a male perspective, where it's like, there's been, females that have been interested in me, where it's like, oh, I want to take you out, woo woo. I'm like, okay.
Damn, all right.
I mean, if you want to go out, we can
said
kick
woo-woo.
it. We can figure out what's going on in a situation like that. But I hope you're not expecting nothing, because ain't nothing coming out. You feel me?
Damn,
I
reverse
wouldn't
roles.
even say that, baby, because I was down bad at one point in my life. I might still be now, but I'd be like, like that's a generous offer. I appreciate it, but nah.
Currently down bad.
I ain't got it.
Laugh
I ain't got it on me. Then they'll be like, well, nah, we can just go. Like, nah, I ain't got it on me. You gotta like. That's. I'm not saying beg, but you have to literally like make me feel comfortable with going out with you into you paying for my thing. I'm like, can you just wait a week? Nah, I want to do it now.
I've done it before.
All right.
Yeah. So Amber, you said you done.
But I didn't do it just before you, like, because I didn't want to get lost. I didn't do it just to get free food. Like I was genuinely interested.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
Okay, so like,
I think that's where I was
Were you
coming from.
genuinely interested in a relationship or like a friendship? Like, what were you interested in that aspect?
So when I in that phase when I was dating, it was literally I don't know, because it was like after my divorce, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to take it easy. And for some reason, whenever stuff happens quick, but not like love, but
Stuff. Yeah.
so like
Just somehow.
stuff. So like I do date with the purpose. But at the end of the day, I'm like, first time round, second time round, like I don't need you covering shit for me. Yeah, like
Okay.
if I'm dating with a purpose and it's like a stranger, nah. But you got them old friends that come around, let me take care of you. I'm still like, nah, I don't want no special favors, because how I grew up with people that be like, or even people like family, friends, girlfriends, soon as like shit go bad, give me that shit back. You know that Nintendo I bought you 3 years ago? I need that. I need them socks that's probably worn out with holes in them now. I need this, I need that. And I'm the type of person to be like, there you go. But I try to keep myself from getting that realm, because I don't want no one to do nothing for me, because I don't want to like have a breakup or something go sour and then they start doing that.
Yeah, dangling. Yeah. No,
I hate
I feel that.
That's how you get Decatur down real quick, bro.
All right. Amber, you said you been on a foodie date.
So they.
It's like,
Hey, what's the restaurant?
Amber,
What you order?
What you wear? What's the
But
city?
no, back in the days when I used to date those rich dudes, because I'm like you. I don't like people buying me stuff because I don't want like,
Strings attached.
Yeah, I don't want the strings attached.
Yeah.
But the rich dudes, I always wanted food. That's their whole purpose was for food and drinks. You know how much food and drinks are in DC?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
What you gonna say?
And them restaurants be having, especially seafood joints.
Yo.
Man.
Yo.
Like, I'm not
Go
gonna
to
spend
True
my money
Lux.
on that shit.
Right?
But so yeah,
McCormick's and Schmidt's on me.
oh
my God.
But I always picked out the food places. So it's like, you're just here for the food, dude.
Where you want to go? He said, where you want to go? This
And
what
I'm
you did.
like looking through topics.
Well, I never tried this.
with the $3.
Yeah, with the
$3
$3 on Yelp.
Yep.
I ain't never tried this or
Like,
this.
ooh.
Yeah. I've never been to New Shrimp before. Yeah, come on.
I ain't never been this part of town before.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, look at the lights.
Nah,
all the
definitely. Yeah,
lights.
no. I mean, but here's the other part. If you're a dude, you gonna leave with your wallet that way. Then you gonna get taken advantage of. You leave with your wallet, you gonna get seen as a wallet. That's what you. If you, oh yeah, I'll take you anywhere. We can do this. Well, shit. All right, let's go. You know.
Fact.
But
Yeah.
if I get flued out, I'm throwing dick in a circle.
Yeah, I'm throwing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw some. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
you know
I
what?
ain't never been in that situation, so I can't say. But probably, most
All right,
definitely.
then the question is, if you got flued out, will you throw dick in the circle?
Oh
Oh, for
yeah.
a fact.
Oh,
That shit
absolutely.
swing like a helicopter.
That's the thing. Girls be capping. Girls will get flued out and then be like, oh, I don't know, I'm shy. Like, dudes will come out here. Look, I will take a Spirit airline flight to Houston real quick. All right? And I will. Look, you give me some Hennessy and some food.
Lose shit.
A
I
burger.
get the
Oh
leg
my
up and
God.
everything. All right?
I told my homeboy, I said, bro, I'm about to get flued out. He said, you know what you got to do, right? Got
Yup.
to see
Got,
it through,
got
boy.
to see it through, my boy.
It's part of the culture.
What you say, Rick?
It says part of the culture. Now, same question, ladies. Hey, let's go on vacation. Do you feel obligated to
To give him some pussy?
make the night proper?
Can't be so.
I don't know.
Y'all flew to Barbados.
I do not feel.
Barbados.
Y'all flew to
is not there.
Barbados on a whim.
Turks and cake.
Ooh, Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. Not even Barbados,
I'm
but
not
Turks
going out
and
the
Caicos.
country with
Bora
somebody
Bora.
that I wouldn't be willing to
No,
sleep
yeah,
with
yeah,
anyway.
Hey,
yeah,
y'all the
exactly.
ghost, like y'all a little comfortable. Y'all just ain't done nothing yet. But
What's a
But
little
I'm not-
comfortable?
like, I
hey,
don't-
you only can
I
determine
don't
Be a
that.
hang out
whole
with, like,
letdown
somebody
if
I'm
you
not
don't do it
sexually
before you go.
attracted to
What? What?
on
What?
vacation.
I mean,
So you ain't sexually.
No.
Have you ever
To
been
be
with somebody
honest-
you're not sexually attracted to?
Yeah, I've been with
Hey, you know who you is too. You know who you is too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Used to date ugly niggas all the time.
Daddy.
Yeah, I've been with ugly, unattractive.
That was bad.
Damn, nigga, you was ugly. You so ugly, she burped in the
Nah,
middle of it.
You your daddy's.
I'm legitly on some stranger danger type shit. Like you kidnap me, human trafficking,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
I ain't
So
saying,
I'm
I
not
ain't saying
going.
meet you tonight. Fly out with me. I
I'm
ain't
not
saying that.
going with
that
somebody unless we've been talking or cool for a long time.
Yeah.
And then if we are,
90
then of
days.
course it's probably gonna be
Ain't no 90 Day
something
Fiancé.
going on.
You told me that last week.
It's gonna happen because we're attracted to each other at that
He
point.
said I got the yams for you.
I did.
Let me get off the
You
flight.
say take a test drive before you go across. You leave the fucking country.
Yeah.
Let's take a
Nothing
road
like
trip.
nothing like going. No, I mean like test the water. So like, I don't think you need to
Pun
go to
intended.
like Bora Bora, Tahiti, or Barbados. Shit, Puerto Rico. Who gives a fuck?
Haiti.
When you get there, you over there and get let down. Now you stuck there until finally.
I'ma
like,
stick beside her. That's your man. That's your man. I'ma stick beside
so
her.
she gonna need
Okay.
he or she gonna want it again tonight. We did 3 nights, 4 days.
You better hold a whole lot of Hennessy.
Hey, listen, man. I'ma stick beside her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sick
that's
beside.
him.
Yeah,
That's him.
yeah.
No, yeah, I think
It
you're
was
right.
hard.
Don't go out of the country with no one you're not trying to sleep with.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Especially
They
like
could.
these romantic
They could
places.
surprise you on the plane though.
Like
You
Future
never know.
did.
You talking
see,
about?
Could
Surprise
be
you on the
they-
plane.
They-
Exactly. That's what I'm
I
trying
mean, hey, they could be freak at the end. and then
It's the
y'all.
face. I'm
just
telling
saying,
you,
it's the gamble, though.
it is not as easy as it looks to be with an ugly person.
We didn't think
Wait,
it would
we
be
wasn't-
easy. That seems
Hold
hard.
a second. I'm
Amber
curious.
came back with that.
Hold up.
Amber came back. What happened?
Amber, nobody said that was easy. That seems exclusively hard and something only you've dealt with.
Decision every day when you wake up to be with the right person.
Amber, it's okay. You made some mistakes. It's all right.
You don't know how it's hard. You know what it's like to be me. You know what it's like to suck ugly dick. Even his dick was ugly. How's that even possible? All them back pimples and shit. That nigga, you was ugly, bro. Amber out here fucking the black elephant, man.
Hey, Amber.
Hey, Amber traumatized, y'all. Stop.
You don't know how ugly this nigga was. Amber, find the picture of this nigga. Amber, are you Facebook friends? Are y'all? Can I get a picture of this man?
Please put him up on the screen.
Yeah, put him.
Amber, I got a question.
No.
All right, so putting you on the spot here because you said this for about 4 podcasts about ugly dudes. So we got a question.
You think you?
we got a question.
God dang, Amber.
Give us a celebrity that you define as ugly. Like what is the scale of ugly for you?
Oh, she said somebody that most women find attractive. She said he was ugly. I forgot who you said. It was like a while ago.
Look,
I
Forrest
forget.
Whitaker was a dime compared to this man. Forrest Whitaker
The
was
eye,
fine.
the eye.
She thought it was Denzel.
So
I like
kind
a
of
man that
did.
pay attention to me and other things at the same time.
He reminds me of shit. It's just in my head.
What shit?
He's
Hey, Ebony, come back.
I was like, hold on, what? I was like, this man was
it's like
bad.
an old actor from like the 70s and 80s, and he's had a lot of face work, and it looks really bad.
How about his
White
prime?
dude.
Give me someone
Michael
like
Jackson?
in the 30s.
Stop it. Leave
Yeah.
that man alone. Let him rest in peace. Let him rest
Yeah,
in
it
peace.
wasn't right.
Celebrity for the 70s.
Talk about
face work?
Moonwalker, I'll kill you.
Ugly. Like Flavor Flav and shit.
Hey,
Amber
yeah,
fucks
hoops though.
Flavor Flav.
See, stop.
No.
She was all Flavor and Love.
That's how shit get mixed up
Hey, what
right
episode you
there.
got eliminated?
I love
remember
DC.
that.
He still looks better though, Flavor Flav.
Oh,
Oh, he looks
damn.
better than, but he's still
You want
kinda
like the
close
equivalent
to-
of this dude? I would say like Steve Buscemi.
Oh, he's
Oh,
white.
damn.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a white dude.
Oh,
You was
I'm
fucking
sorry.
ugly white dudes?
He was an ugly,
That's
rich white
crazy,
dude.
But he
Amber.
was rich though.
That's why.
Yo, this nigga was.
Did you?
was it?
Oh, so
How
one
bad?
second. So it
No,
was.
he probably was leaking money.
Yeah.
Wait, so you weren't leaking at all though.
But she was leaking. She was
Plus nodules on the back.
She was leaking tears
$50.
at the sex.
Tears.
I mean, so that brings me to another question though. What is
ahead.
the beauty of what is the standard of beauty?
No, like if you know who Steve Buscemi is, then you know ugly. You know ugly.
Yeah,
We
he's
know.
ugly.
Yeah, hey,
I don't
I
know
heard
who
that you
he
was
is.
ugly. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Y'all keep
Pull up a
talking.
picture of Steve
Okay.
Buscemi. Pull up a bad picture so we really get this nigga.
I mean,
It's all bad pictures.
So like
It's all bad pictures. Just type it in there.
for the men in the room, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your standard of beauty, right?
Like, what's your dime?
so
So,
broad.
I mean, you can say standard. I can roll with that.
Okay.
It's bigger. No,
Lizzo?
so it's not always. What's
hear these.
how
It's
you
not
look.
exactly.
It's not how you look.
It's not always on the
So,
outside
like,
because the
it's not-
personality
yeah,
can add
the
a couple
personality
points.
So like,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say this, if I don't get in trouble.
Let's go start capping.
That's what we do here. Come on, just don't lie. Don't cap.
Actually, give us our cat back. Okay, what's that?
Cap.
Give us
If you
our
gonna
cap.
Take the hat. All right.
I'm gonna take the- all right,
Like, yeah,
all right, here
you
we go.
know.
So, this cat.
Don't you say no cap over there.
My ex-wife's a bad bitch, but she ugly as fuck.
Who?
I understand what that means.
Exactly.
I understand exactly what that means.
The price of
So-
child support just went up.
Oh,
Manny said I'm a sick beside her.
I heard them dollar signs.
Yeah,
I did too.
we live too as well. I got
Hey.
about 10 more seconds to cut this shit off.
That was a compliment,
I
though.
think I heard cha-ching.
I'll say it again.
She a
She's a
bad
bad
bitch.
bitch, but she ugly as fuck. But that's my interpretation
Hey,
of
let
her
that man talk the
personality,
truth.
But it's her
based off of
personality.
her personality to me. Now, to anybody else, she's a saint. But y'all weren't in the relationship, and we're not going to go into those details.
Okay.
But that's just how I feel. I might have 3 ex-wives. You fucking don't know. So could be talking about the other one. But yeah, it is what it is. You can like you was saying, like you can be beautiful, you can be bad, you can have all the things. If your personality ain't with it, and y'all don't click, or y'all click and the switch get turned off, you can automatically go back to like that person doesn't attract me.
Exactly.
It doesn't attract me, or she doesn't attract me. Sorry, and that's Cap. Here you go.
Y'all want to see this picture?
What's your beauty standard, my guy?
Oh man, I mean, again, it goes back to personality because, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. I
Cap over there.
I got my own. I got you.
Our cap.
I got my own.
That's our Cap. That's me.
You know, it's really about personality at the end of the day.
No, so it's not about personality because you got to be at least a 5 for me to find you attractive on the outside. That's
God.
just that's just.
You got low standards too.
That's average. That's average though. That's
It is average.
Five
It is
is
average.
5 is average.
But-
School get a 50. See what happened.
This ain't school,
You
goddammit.
failing. You failing.
It's average between
Down.
between
But
0
I'm gonna be
and
honest
10.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? For example, right? We're gonna take Jennifer Aniston, right? Just because I just recently started watching Friends again, like, you know, that's
Who watches?
Oh my god.
okay.
let it go.
Stop. Friends is a good ass show. I
You
fuck with
gonna,
it.
you gonna bring in a with
Get
two
out.
black
Hold a
women
second, hold a second, hold a
and
second.
a white
Living
woman
single.
has a beauty standard.
Hey, hold a second. Let us see where this is going at.
Living
Look,
single.
so Jennifer Aniston, right?
Thank you, Yodi.
Post Friends when she got all the Botox and shit. On the outside, she's a 3. But her personality, when she's doing interviews, things like that, you know, when she's talking to people, it gave her a couple extra points where it bring her up to like maybe like a 6.5. So me personally,
I get that.
when it comes to like the beauty, like the standard of beauty, like you can be ugly on the outside, you know.
But there's so many 7s that have personalities of like 9 and 10 though.
Where are you finding them? Let me know.
Trying to hang out.
Like I'm gonna be honest, right? Like especially like in this area, like you go out to clubs like Don Tito, places like, you know, in Clarendon and Alexandria, things like that,
7
right?
is average.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. 7 is average.
5
So-
is average.
So like exactly. So you do 1 up, 1 down, right? From 7, you getting either a 6 or you getting an 8, right? That's the average.
Yeah, you
so
7.
you have to give yourself
It's
a
true.
range. So
you get
if
a 9
you
10, you get skeptical.
exactly, if you get a 9 and 10, I'm
Where your
sorry,
baby pictures
but
at?
I'm on edge. I'm on edge if I get a 9 or a 10 because it's like I know I'm not attractive.
You know you can't afford it.
Exactly.
You can't afford it.
A 9 and 10, you want to go to Barbados every weekend. And I ain't got it like that.
Well, somebody do.
Exactly. And
I got some.
it
Friends,
ain't me.
I got some friends in my IG. I'm like, damn, you
But
always.
to be honest, you can get a 9 or a 10, but their self-esteem could also be bad.
Well,
the
we got
personality
but
just
True.
sucks.
we all.
And they could feel like they're like a 6.
This is true. There's a lot, but we on our other podcast we talked about body shaming like a while ago. Everybody,
body shaming.
everybody has something about them they want to change, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
That's true.
And then and don't take away from how that person initially looks. It still weighs on them just like you would think it would weigh on anybody else of any other stature of what you may think what's a 1 to a 10. So, because even then, like, I had a conversation with someone about with Tasha talking about being big and insecure versus being small and insecure. It's the same, but
Yeah.
it's the exact same across the board. But but either way, those same people, men or women, will hate on each other both ways, not purposely, but like,
Yeah.
well, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and we got to get away from that. I want to look like you want to look like me. Well, I'm skinny as hell and I'm straight with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cool.
I ain't cuz, I ain't Jeremy. I ain't in the gym like busting out shirts every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Just accept who you are and just keep pushing. Somebody gonna like you for who you are, love you for who you are, and things gonna work itself out.
Facts,
Okay.
no
Yeah.
fiction.
Okay, yeah. And so this
Man,
where we
Manny
get
dropping,
confused on the scale.
dropping gems and
Dropping
dimes.
gems. Okay, so Yodi say 7 is average, right?
Turn that mic towards you.
Yodi
Yodi got
is it-
jokes.
is it towards me.
Yeah,
Yodi
you
got
good,
jokes.
you good, you good.
Yodi say 7 is average, right? Between 0 and 10, that 5 is in the middle. That's the mean. So we say. So the thing is, the
Well,
problem is,
between 1 and
Right.
10.
huh? Between 1 and 10, you be a 0 now. You could be a 0, but between 1 and 10,
It's not
5 is
Ooh,
5
I'ma
is the
make a
middle.
really bad
5
joke.
is average, right?
Yeah.
We give
0.
I almost made a really bad joke to explain what a 0 was, but I'm not doing that.
You don't want to see it.
Yo,
Get canceled.
y'all remember that old meme
canceled.
where he was like, "Ha, got him." That was a 0.
Yeah, that's a 0.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Zero
Damn.
chance. That's a
He's just
0.
on disabilities. Hey, welcome to the BOI Network.
Yeah, we ableist to shit over here. All right. Anyway,
Let me sip one.
but yeah, so if for some of us in the room who have watched Kevin Samuels, and for those of us who haven't, he uses a scale
For those of who's actually
between
on
0 to
Kevin
10, right? But he says you can't use 7. There's no 7 in the scale, and it's to make a clear distinction. So 5 is average, 6 is cute. There ain't no 7. 8 is pretty. Was it pretty, beautiful, and gorgeous? 8, 9, 10, pretty, beautiful, gorgeous.
So
right?
what's 7?
So it's to draw a real distinction. Are you pretty or are you cute? There ain't no 7s. What are you? And then really address your range. And what I'm gonna do here is
You
I'm
know
gonna
I don't follow that,
transition.
man.
Huh? What'd you say?
I can't.
I can't either. Thank
What?
you.
So what's a 7?
Huh? There is no 7.
No,
No,
so his thing is there's no 7?
no 7. No. But the
This
but.
ain't a 13th floor of a hotel, my
no.
nigga.
Second.
No, listen. The whole idea that there is no 7 is to really draw a distinction with yourself and really have a real conversation. Am I? Because most people,
No,
if you ask
'cause
most,
why
if
couldn't you just start at 7?
most
Be like,
people-
7 is pretty. 8 is cute. Wait, what the fuck?
no, so
so
6 is
like-
cute, 8 is pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty, beautiful
Yeah.
garden.
But here's the thing: cute and pretty are drastically
That
different
nigga
things.
Kevin
If you
think
ask
he
most
is 6
people,
through 10.
they're and
I
there's
don't know. I think beauty and gorgeous are kind of like
8, 9, 10 are all kind of in the
Kinda
same
some-
range. They're in
Are
the same
they, though?
range.
I don't like this. Like, why?
So
is
it's to
this-
draw a real distinction, and I'm gonna tie it into.
Samuels give himself.
I'm gonna try. Well, men and women are different, right? But I'm gonna tie it into the next thing, right? Which is, do you feel like people's standards are realistic for what they bring to the table?
Absolutely
Right?
not.
And so, and that's really to draw the distinction, right? Because if you get to call yourself a 7, you say I'm average or I'm a 7, 8. You can kind of skew yourself into thinking you deserve something higher than what you are really capable of doing, right?
Yeah.
If you sit there and I say, "Oh man,
Don't
I'm
try to lower
actually,"
my self-esteem. I can get a 12.
yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
is-
we'll
that is
talk.
exactly
We'll get
what
into.
I'm saying.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Right. We'll get into it. Right. But like, so to kind of give a real add a real fucking crevice to it is like, listen, if you realize, like, if you think about it, you say, damn, okay, I am pretty. Like, I'm pretty. Like, I'm
handsome,
top
I won't say
20% of
pretty.
women pretty. Right. Nice. If you say, damn, actually, you're right. Like, I'm just cute. That's a real. You have to draw a real distinction with yourself. And if you cute, be cute and know that you can try to make up for it in other areas. But if you cute and you think you pretty, now you got a different. You might have a different mentality of things. Anyway, so I'm gonna get
My
into
mama
that.
said I'm cute.
So we gonna talk about cute, pretty, and we gonna talk about do people. You said I'm gonna start with is. You said people. I said, do you think people? What was the question? I said, do you think people have realistic expectation for who they are?
Absolutely not. I don't, because it really, like, okay, so like, again, it goes back into like the insecurities of yourself with
Talk
other
about it.
people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take myself for example, right? On that scale, when there's no 7, right, where 6 is cute and 7 is pretty or whatever, right? That's what
8 is pretty. There's
8
no
is pretty.
7.
8 is pretty, right? So between a 6 and 7, I'm gonna be honest with you, I find myself at like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Because I got my issues, I got my, physical issues, but I can rise myself up to like an 8 or a 9 based off of my personality and how
Yeah.
I vibe with other people. Where other people think they can vibe with people and they don't. You know what I mean? Based off of how they act and interact with others.
Yeah, and that's what I would say is like if you say, okay, I recognize physically I'm a 6, now you can say I gotta make up for that in other areas. My personality gotta be right, my finances, my smarts, my acumen, my ability to make a person feel a certain way. I'm a 6, but I'm gonna bring all these things to the table to make myself better.
Exactly.
Whereas like if you say I'm an 8, y'all gotta chase me. If you walked around saying with 8, with 9, with 10 energy, girls gonna look at you crazy.
It's called basic
Exactly.
energy, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
you thinking you Brad Pitt?
We're not allowed to have basic energy?
Exactly. When you walking around
There's
with
a Snapchat with you. Standing next to me yelling, we got big dick energy from years ago.
I don't remember that. I wasn't there.
listen,
Because
This man Manny saved it.
Okay, Amber, go ahead.
So, all right. So, physically speaking, say you're a 6 or whatever, then you gotta use all these other characteristics to make up the other space. So, are you saying that people who are already a 9 and 10 don't need to do anything further because they're already 9s and 10s? Because your personality can be ugly and you fine as shit, and then you automatically just
Well, if
get
you're-
dropped down.
Well, if your
to like an
personality's
8.
if your personality's ugly, now you're losing points.
Exactly.
But if you,
Negative.
we're just saying if you got an average, if you're a 6,
you're
you
like-
you're making
So
it forward
this
with extra
scale is-
personality.
If you're like already a 10, then but you have to be a 10 all around. Like you can't just be a 10 on the outside.
Exactly.
You gotta be a 10 like.
Yeah, but you
all
have
Exactly.
you have to understand that men are physical first, though. So so the skills for men and women are different, right? You might be to do. You went out with Steve Buscemi, right?
Do we find him?
But
Exactly.
you went with
said he
Steve.
was ugly.
Yeah, you say he was ugly, but he made up for it where with money.
Nowhere.
He
With,
never
you dated him. It wasn't me.
to get a meal. That was it. That was
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
You
even
see,
that wasn't enough at the end of the day because
Yeah,
they
but-
still ditched him because it was just
Yeah,
his
yeah.
personality sucked and he was ugly. Like you can't be ugly and your personality.
So now you
sucks.
understand you gotta make up for it in
So you have
places.
to make it up. Exactly. Like he
My
was
thing is,
saying.
we talking about all these numbers and ratings on people.
Yeah.
So like the fact is like, even with the 2 women in the room, a 9, 6, 7, 8, 10, no matter what it is to her, is not the same for her. A 9, 6, 7, 8, 10 for you is not the same for me, and it's damn sure not the same between the 2 of us.
Oh, yeah,
So
we got
like, it's factual.
That been out and about.
But no, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying like,
Yeah.
you know, even then like me and Nick, we just have different tastes than women.
Yeah.
Not completely, but like we find okay, but then there's times where we go wide, left and right,
Hey.
which is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Manny, read that comment for me right there.
Yeah.
Which one, the last one?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right. If we only, damn it, y'all trying out.
Hey, yo,
All right.
shout out to you.
Yeah. Was it? If we only focus on cute, pretty, gorgeous, makes the numbers. It's too right. Was it? Compare the depth within women, like being emotionally intelligent can be super attractive. I think the numbers were based off personal standards were too rigid. So to answer that though, like Nick said, I hate to give you credit, but where's the cap? But like Nick said, ooh,
There you go.
on time.
Cap me, babe.
cap. So
Tap.
like Nick said, as men, the first thing a man sees when he's interested in a woman is how she look. I think it goes both ways, but more for men because traditionally men will approach a woman.
Yeah.
So that's what gets them.
see
Now,
this
if
fat
a woman
back
is,
there.
if a woman, and if a woman is in that man's eyes less attractive, it probably comes from other ways, like being put in a situation. Could it be work? Like a bar just sitting there, a quiet bar, like airport bars. Airport drink is awesome, by the way.
It is.
Shit like
it
that
is.
where and you get to talk to somebody and get to know somebody. You try to talk to them and get to know them as a friend of or a it's just someone passing by, and you develop relationships like that, which more times than not is way more stronger. But the vast majority is usually men trying to approach a woman because they find her aesthetically pleasing. And this is in a respectful way. It's not talking about the as we do back in the hey man, lady, they shot in red. They shot in red. What's up? So ain't like that. But like that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how most relationships start. Like men usually go for what they see as aesthetically pleasing, and then if that woman feels like that man is just as cute enough, a conversation might ensue. That's how most relationships start. Or if you funny in line at somewhere or something like that. It's so many ways to do it.
Yeah.
But like, don't break it down to a science. When you break it down to a science, you gonna end it's probably dead.
This nigga 18 hours late.
18 hours late. I'm over here capping, bro. Anyways, so like I lost train of thought because Dev showed up late. But I don't think that. What was I saying? Somebody remind me.
Yep.
You talking about that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That way.
You
were saying,
monologuing.
you were
So-
saying
Yeah, we said.
no. You were saying like along the lines of like if you meet somebody and they're aesthetically pleasing, like, and you didn't finish that comment. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, so he meets somebody, and like I'm saying, more times than not, I think I said like 3 times now. More times than not, you're gonna approach a woman who's aesthetically pleasing to you, unless you get put into a situation where you find a woman and y'all click on some other level.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's
For sure.
Fortunate. I mean, even then, like, but sometimes you don't. This is the group of men that go out and see that, oh, that girl's so cute, and they just like, yeah, armpits get sweaty and fucking nipples start chafing, they run off.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but the whole point of it is the scale for what I think is beautiful and attractive, and what you or Nick or Deb or Ricky or you find aesthetically, pleasing is different, and you don't know that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it takes time. That's why dating is hard. 'Cause sometimes you be like, oh shit, another one of these, another one. Then y'all start being like, well, I don't like niggas that name start with fucking P. I don't like girls who
For sure.
name end in A.
For
Because,
sure.
It's semantics.
Hey, can I continue with that point?
Cap.
I no.
Nick,
I don't-
Cap.
Yeah, he took the cap. I don't need that. Oh, this got another cap here, Deb. Let me
We got 4 with them in here.
Ebony, Amber, and Izzy. Actually, no, not Izzy. I'm gonna come back to you a little bit later. I got a question for you. Something totally different.
Go ahead.
How long y'all been dating for?
Well,
Your current boyfriend.
I've been in my relationship for about 2 years now.
2 years.
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Okay.
Marriage. Thinking about it.
Yes.
No.
She
I'm
said,
getting
she said,
somewhere. Hold a second. Now, hold on.
I mean, that's
Let me
my-
work.
That's my goal.
Okay. And you have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. How long do you think it takes to know that somebody's the one you want to be married with them?
That's a
To be
That's a solid
honest,
question.
I think it takes as long as it just depends, because you have some people that will be together for 6 months and then they feel like this is the one, I want to marry them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You
Shout
got
out
some
Rich.
people that will be together for 2 years and then they'll be like, okay, I think it's time.
About 14.
Oh, yeah, 5 years, 20 years.
5. So we start talking about double digits, but I would.
That's what they were. It's a cutoff.
lower
Where
that
to go?
Where's the cutoff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where the cutoff is because I don't know where my cutoff is. Like, I enjoy being in my relationship,
Yeah.
but I'm the type of person that moves really, really slow. And until I'm completely sure about somebody, and I would say this is the longest relationship that I have ever been in.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that come about that's very new to me. And every day I feel like I experience something new, and then it makes me think about, can I be with this person forever? Or it makes me think, can I be with this person forever? People that can't catch my tone, it was 2 different tones.
Yeah.
But
We got you.
But-
Technically, you only been in a relationship for a
Yeah,
year because you
so-
lost one for COVID.
you know, so it just, I don't know if it has a limit. I feel like if you've been with somebody for, I'm gonna say 5 years, maybe
5 years.
maybe
That's so
maybe
long.
5,
I'm
maybe
gonna have to disagree on that one.
I don't, because
I'm not.
You're about to waste 5 years of my life.
And that's what I'm
But if
asking
you-
you as well. That's your life that you
Yeah.
can't get back.
Yeah.
that is my life and I can't get back.
Like,
But
we
let's say
decided
if you
like that.
enjoy everything about this person,
Yeah.
and then you just feel like you just not in a rush. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. That's a hard one because
Yeah.
I'm at that point where I don't know.
Yeah.
Can anybody be perfect?
No, definitely
No.
not.
So you have to settle.
Whoa. Ooh, boy.
So there's
I
a
mean, it just
difference.
depends on what you're settling for. Like,
Exactly.
right?
Y'all
If
talk on it.
you
I'ma sit
have
back.
boundaries,
you can't throw
and
no
if
pitch
you
like that.
you right, it's a
That's a
curveball, right?
it's a good
It's
pitch.
curveball
Hey,
in
it's a
the
good question for
conversation.
everybody.
It's a good
Y'all talk
question.
about that.
It
Do
is
some
like
audio things over here.
it just depends on what you want in a relationship. Now, let's say, like when I said in the beginning, loyalty is my thing.
That's
Let-
everybody's thing. They'll believe
I mean,
like
yeah,
that.
that's a given. Loyalty,
give-
honesty,
okay.
you know.
You gotta go rule
those are
number 2.
givens.
Hey, I ain't about it
let's,
at all.
Let's go with this.
I
Let's
ain't loyal.
say
These hoes ain't loyal.
leaving
Facts.
old fruit food in the inside of the refrigerator for like days or something.
Well,
like
some people put it in the freezer.
if some people
What the fuck?
Hey, that's what I do. Hey, I ain't even go cap. I be like, maybe this fish will go be some good if I freeze it real quick.
so that
I pull that shit out 2 months later, like, I don't even know why I put this shit in here.
It's like, hey, bro, I don't think rice go in the freezer.
Bro,
Fuck no.
Hey, actually, bro, I'm from African descent, bro. I grew up Africans. They freeze everything
Oh, I'm saying,
for months. Y'all, we just not used to that shit in America.
All right.
Africans
hold on a
freeze-
second.
I'm not gonna lie.
Food and BNY.
I'm not gonna lie. I got some.
That's the next show.
I got some jambalaya that I made and I done put it in the inside the refrigerator and I just haven't ate it
Oh
in
my
like
God.
a while. So,
Refrigerator
But-
freezer.
but yeah, back to my point though. It just it depends on what is something that's just like a game changer. Just like you want to cut that person off. So
Ain't nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's your take?
And see, so like my take is a little different, right? So the time frame for you is a little bit longer, right? But I personally, even since I was a youngin', like fucking, I don't know. I say like late high school, early college years, you know. It really depends because you start growing into yourself, you start experiencing things in life, and you know, it depends on how fast as a person you grow. So me personally, when I had got married, I was like, all right, cool.
Wait,
I
how
know-
old were you when you got married? Just to clarify.
Oh, no, I'm already peeping what he's saying.
Yeah,
Facts.
I just want to hear it. How old were you?
So when I got married, I was probably about like 19, 20 years old.
Oh, Jesus
Lord.
Christ.
Yeah, I
Now,
was young.
How long you been married for? How long you been married for?
Christ.
How long you married for?
It's on paper, bro.
Yeah, it's on paper. It's on paper. But you know, going into a marriage, you know, you kind of know what you want because that's a conversation you have to have with your significant other. So when you go into something like that, I don't feel like it's a time frame type of situation. It's like, do you feel comfortable with this person? Do you feel like you can share anything with them? Like, granted, this might be a little bit TMI, but like, do you feel like you can shit with the door open with them? Because if that's the case,
Talk on it.
I
Then-
can on anybody.
exactly. And it's like, if that's the case, then you know that might be the situation. You know what I mean? But if you can go into a relationship knowing like, all right, I'm giving you 100%, and I feel like you're giving me the same way, I don't feel like a time frame's on it because I've known people that have gotten married within 20 days. I've known people that got married within.
Yeah.
I know people that haven't gotten married in 15 years. You know what I mean?
What would
They
you
love
mind
that
telling?
person.
If you don't have to answer this. Do you mind telling us how long you met your wife before? How long y'all were dating until y'all chose to get married?
Yeah, for sure. So like when I got together with my wife, we were dating for about maybe a year and a half.
That's
But
actually gracious for your age.
exactly, very gracious, very gracious. Because I was like, you know, I'm fresh off the scene. I'm hot and ready. I'm like, you know what? Let's start a fucking family.
Yeah, Little
I was
Caesars.
like,
Yeah,
$5.
Yeah, Little
Those
Caesars.
are-
Goddamn.
hot and ready.
$5. 5 for 5, bitch.
Exactly. You know,
Oh, God.
and it's like you know, you get to a point in time where it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna slow down, I'm gonna think about what I really actually want out of life. So it's like, do you want kids? Do you want to have a wife? Do you want to be tied down to one person and one person only? You know what I mean? And with that, it takes getting to know yourself, getting to know time, and like having that experience with dating and things like that. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very young person compared to everyone else. And like, high school, I was a fucking hoe.
That's why you got married. Yeah, I was going to touch
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
Facts. I was a hoe. Like, I'm talking in and out, like doing my thing. Like, it is what it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
In and out burger. We
Animal
talking,
style.
you know.
You said
Yeah.
Little Caesars, you know like
Exactly.
High red
It
sausage.
is what it is. You want it, I got it type shit. You
Red
feel
bone.
me?
Red
So
bone sauce.
you here with us today.
so it's like when you ready to settle down, like you've been through a little bit of everything. You a jack of all trades. You kind of know what you want. So it's like at the end of the day, you know you want kids, you want a family, you want a like white picket fence like type of living. You know what I mean? Once you actually ready to settle down, or you kind of like, all right, you know, maybe I'm still experiencing life, like figuring out what's going on, and that's not a bad thing either. It's just you have to differentiate between the two.
So,
I feel this man though,
yeah,
to an extent.
go for it, man.
I'm not gonna say I was a hot and ready pizza. I refuse.
Little Cisco's, all right. Different shit.
Anyway, but no, like when you, 'cause I grew up in a fast lifestyle, in its completion.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of things in high school. You think, oh yeah, I done did this, I done did that, but you ain't seen the world. And a lot of my friends don't see the world like I have since I left the house 16, 17 years ago.
For sure.
So I'm like, I done checked out the boxes. So when I met my ex-wife, same thing, about a year and a half, I thought I was being cautious. I thought I did everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the world had to offer. And I didn't give the world enough time to show me what it had to offer. Even then, once it did, I was still all in on that woman. So you can't just say at this point, like, we all in, we gonna figure this out together. We gonna do this together. What brought us down was nothing that we saw on the outside that we learned from then, from then out. Cause like, I am divorced now. So it wasn't that. It was other things, like us growing. And I can't even say we grew apart all the way.
It was just extenuating circumstances.
Extenuating, like pretty much lack of compromise.
Yeah.
But you get married young, you don't truly know what compromise is. Because when shit was sweet all the time, no distraction on this, that, and the other, and then you get thrown a curveball like 6, 7 years down the road, you don't know how to handle that, you don't know how to navigate that, you talk about it, you go through, and then people's mindsets are skewed, and I'm not going to say was it mine or hers, but, it was the demise was coming, and you have to, and that's another thing, you need to, like you said, like loyalty, compromise is fucking number 2 in my book. And if you can't compromise, loyalty, compromise, and finances. Even though you can separate your finances, but if your man got his own separate finances and MGM every weekend, blowing it all and asking you for $40 every now and then to go to the store and get some chicken or some shit, it ain't gonna work out. Compromise. You got, y'all get into an argument. If you can't simply agree to disagree and move on, or you got the one that's like, oh, we gonna fix this, you gonna see it my way, not gonna happen. And then loyalty is loyalty. If you don't trust nobody, we all know what's gonna happen. So straight up. But when you get married young, you don't truly understand that, because you grew up and you went to high school, your friends are your friends. You haven't truly been stabbed in the back yet because you're not out in the real world.
Yeah.
So once you see that, all right, cool, that sucked, but you probably lean on your significant other the first time, but they may do an act or something or anything that you've never seen before in your life, and you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to deal with it. And cause with me, my ex, we're from completely different cities. I didn't know how the hell that state and that city did what they did, but they're completely different because I was so in a circle in Atlanta. She was so in a circle from where she's from. And then you got everybody interjecting because of our professions and doing all this other stuff, and we're growing in different ways because we didn't do the same thing. Like, it's so much to be so young to, take it all in and find all that. I tell anybody under the age of 25 not to get married just yet.
Yeah, I would
tell anybody under a lot.
I'm saying under 25, don't consider it. Don't consider it to 25.
If you don't know yourself,
but men don't know themselves for 25. That's my thing. Straight up.
This is the thing. We got to talk about this. Men and women are on different timelines.
Hold on. Let me answer Ricky's question.
Go ahead.
So the time frame, I would say no time frame. Like, I don't like putting time frames on everything because things move differently for people and where they are in their life and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say...
The clock is human construction.
But I will say that... Because I was engaged once when I was like 20, didn't fucking get married. Why? Because it was that military. No, it was like one of those military things. Like, I'm about the PCS and shit. No, he was already established.
Was he ugly?
And no, he was fine as shit.
He was an E7.
And E5.
The roof made him fine.
But I was just like a little A1C. And so anyways,
the roof made him fine.
We seen those.
I was PCSing from Italy to Utah, and so I thought that I loved him so much, and all that shit.
You got to Utah, so much of ugly niggas. You like, oh shit.
No, and then I was just like, oh, I didn't love him like I thought that I did. Like I just like
You had the deployment
was-
I
complex?
just liked him. Like we were just boyfriend and girlfriend in Italy, and it was what it was. And then when I got to Utah, I was like,
There's
like,
more out here.
Like I'm young, still don't know myself. Like the fuck, I'm not getting married. But then, like now, I'm like 25 times some numbers, and I would
And then
say,
you at least 50.
and I would say not to get married until you live with the person and you have seen them in their rawest form, because you can, like, especially because 3 months you can have the mask on and all that stuff, and then even after that you're living separately and you still can have sort of a mask on living separately.
Absolutely.
Separate lives.
That's so true.
I would say until you live with the person and you see them in their rawest form to know if you can deal with that type of shit, day in and out.
Yeah.
Do not get married.
I don't want to live with the woman unless I'm engaged, though.
Yeah, same.
I don't.
Unless, well,
I
as, a
don't
man, as a
think
man,
you
I don't
need
want to
to.
live with a woman unless I'm considering getting engaged.
Yeah, we go on the path towards marriage. It's
Yeah.
not.
Like,
This
if
is
I, if
not
I
no-
It's on the
consider,
path towards
if I
marriage,
move in,
yes.
if I move in with you, you might get proposed to.
Yeah.
But like if I'm not
might.
doing that, yeah, I might change my mind and roll out with everything I own.
Yep.
Straight up.
And
That's volatile.
All right.
You can't invest in that.
But I would throw the knapsack with the picnic blanket on thing like in the old school days and roll
Damn.
out.
so,
Oh
but,
my God.
but I'll
Like,
say
I'm
Johnny
this.
Appleseed.
I'm not trying to move. But the thing is, that's nothing. Like, so that's nothing. Can we go back to this though?
What?
So like, as women or men who makes more than someone they're dating, how does the move-in happen? What happens then?
Who initiates it?
Well,
That's a good question.
Again,
I'm asking y'all.
I would say
Well,
Somebody
I lived
overnight
in-
bags, and laundry just moves in.
I lived in Baltimore, and my boyfriend
Baltimore.
lived in
Might as well just be Iraq.
Woodbridge. It was rough.
You said DMV, but Baltimore?
It was rough.
That ain't the
And
DMV.
so I lived in Baltimore, and my boyfriend lived in Woodbridge. But
Ooh,
we
shit.
have a different circumstance because he has full custody of his son. So he is not bringing a son up to Baltimore. Like, people shouldn't even live up. Like, adults shouldn't even live in Baltimore.
people shouldn't live in Baltimore in general.
Let alone
What you
children.
mean? I was gonna take my kids to the aquarium tomorrow.
Yeah.
The aquarium's fine. Just leave
Aquarium's
afterwards.
fine. You gotta
In
leave
the
before
daylight.
dark.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
daylight.
We strapped though.
All right, they
At the aquarium?
Yeah.
You better be.
See? She did.
They don't play on that. They still be popping
I'm gonna
out.
shoot
down
y'all
there.
in them fish.
But yeah, so like I knew he wasn't. It's not in his realm to come up there, and on top of that, he has to pick up his entire life and his son's life
Yeah.
to move up to Baltimore when they're established in
Yes.
Woodbridge.
And it's
So
hard.
then I'm
Yeah.
a single person that wanted to get the fuck out of Baltimore anyways because it was rough. And so I
Let
was
me put my kids down. You can pull up. Time you get down here, that be sleep. I promise.
so then made the decision to move down to Woodbridge. I hate Virginia, but
I like Virginia.
okay.
Me
like
three.
Woodbridge, too.
Me three. I like.
I just don't.
I like
Okay, we-
Virginia over.
Hey, we got a couple of
Maryland.
Virginia residents.
I
here.
like
Yeah.
Virginia over
Yeah.
Maryland, yes.
Yeah,
We'll get to
But
the beef
I like
later.
the city.
I
So-
don't
suburbs.
own, I
Keep
don't
running
own
your-
though, so I just rent.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
facts.
Yeah.
I probably like Virginia because of the price of my Uber downtown.
Hey, you know, hey,
I don't like the suburbs.
But
like
who
that.
initiated the move? Did he ask you to move down? Or did you move, or did you just want
If
to
he
move
did,
down?
that's super clutch.
Well, we both.
Oh, she just
did.
moved in. she just
She'll
said,
be
"I'm
overnight
living here
bags.
now."
She had her. She had her
Slowly
bag and
but
everything.
surely.
I
Moving
done changed out
something.
my toothbrush over here 4 times. I think it's time for a
Well, we
change.
had to talk because my lease was about to be up, and I was like, either I'm a, rent somewhere just up here in Baltimore, because it's cheaper still up there than it is in
Yep.
Woodbridge. Like it's
Yeah.
cheaper in Maryland than it is in Virginia. So either way, I was staying my ass in Maryland. Like if he hadn't said something. So I was like, my lease is almost up. I'm looking at places to rent in Maryland.
Hey, that- hey.
commute sucks. This Woodbridge to Maryland shit. And he was like, why
work
don't
in
you
Maryland?
just no.
Hey, that's the
Little
hint drop,
Jimmy.
fellas. Oh yeah,
I
my
work in
lease
DC.
up. Yeah, there you know. The girl love you. Her lease always. Yeah, you know it's gonna be up in like 9 months. So like,
It's about the same though.
you know, my lease is turning over soon. You
That-
should-
that's a turning point in everything, right?
It is.
Well, I don't know because now I work from
I
home.
can't agree with you guys on that.
You can agree with me? Nah, hey, you can. You can't.
To move in
I
with
cannot.
somebody,
Okay.
especially in this area with like, 'cause you gotta consider commute times. I'm moving in with you. My commute's about to change 30 minutes up or down.
Right?
Either way,
And
Baltimore.
if it goes
See-
up,
see-
if it goes up,
DC.
yeah, if it
See-
goes up, then I'm like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of agreeing with you, like somewhere in the middle. Like I just feel like if you've been together for a good little bit, and then you know that commute
Yeah.
is
That
about
lease
to
come
run
up.
up that gas,
That lease come up.
and
See,
gas
me,
is high now.
Big Blue ain't
So
going
we
more
need
an hour.
to. We should just
Gas
have that
is high.
conversation. Like, hey,
What you think?
if you
But
know
I'm not
you want to
moving in
move
with
in,
you. I'm not
then
moving in with you.
great. But if
Yeah.
it comes down
And-
to where you know that you guys aren't ready to move in together, then you need to be finding
If
a
I
different
move
place.
in with you, I'm 80% thinking I'm gonna ask you to marry me.
Yeah.
And see, and that plays a key factor because I'm sorry, but if you're talking about a commute that's over 40 minutes, you're talking about turning me from a person that's listening to Bad Bunny, you know, people like that, to turning me into a podcast
Yeah.
person on
Right.
a drive. And that's just bad.
right?
Like, man, Joe
Right.
Rogan got some shit to say. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, that distance,
I'm talking like people like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yes.
not about to listen to Joe Rogan for 40
Yes.
minutes.
that distance
But then
is
your commute-
significant.
But then your commute to see them is also.
It's an event. You gotta pack a bag.
It's
But see, that's
different.
I ain't gonna say whole
that's
bag, but I
different.
be
So that's
packing
why
on
it was
sometimes.
like Baltimore to Woodbridge as far as shit.
It's an hour and a
But
half.
that's different. You're talking
But
about
commuting from Baltimore to DC, like, because it's trifling, because you don't drive, so you got to take public transportation, which is the MARC train, but you don't want to take the bus this first thing in the morning because you'll get shot at the bus stop.
Yeah.
So you got to take an Uber to Penn Station to get on the MARC train, to get off at New Carrollton, to then ride into DC.
was
Like,
doing-
yo,
Amber going
She
through
was
some.
doing everything.
Amber was going through
Hey,
some
hey,
stuff,
bro,
y'all.
she love you.
Amber was going
Hey,
through some
she
stuff.
love you, bro.
Right.
That is fucking love.
Yo, we talk about ride or die, literally.
Literally,
Ride or die.
ride or
Like-
die.
Oh, okay.
We talking.
bro.
If you doing that type of commitment, bro, that ain't nothing but love. And if you ain't reciprocating that shit, you
Yeah.
can kick rocks with
I
bare
see
feet.
why it was up to him to say, "Hey, let's move in together."
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but that was
For
for,
safety.
work. But like,
Exactly.
it's fine.
Damn, baby, you in Baltimore?
Strength
Oh,
in numbers.
Exactly. Like
I
you,
never
you,
drove to
you
work
talking a
and she
commute.
only came
You
out.
talking a commute on the weekend versus a commute during the weekday.
That's
like
crazy.
that's completely
That's completely
fucking
Is it
different.
really though?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
completely different.
I love
Yeah.
my commute from VA to my job. There, everybody's on the other side of the highway jammed up. I'm like,
Right, and I'm the
That
same
is
way.
true. That's
I have
the
to go to
main
work in
reason.
the afternoons. I'm like, fuck.
All right, so we go pivot real quick. Go
Oh
pivot
yeah,
to a
sorry,
quick
we got on a
topic
tangent.
here.
It was fun though.
That was, but listen. So, move on. We had one topic this week. We were talking about friend zone and friend zone.
Oh, yeah.
Have
Oh,
y'all,
yeah.
dudes? Have you ever been friend zoned? Ladies, have you ever been friend zoned? And have y'all friend zoned a man? I've been friend zoned before. I'll be honest. I've
can
been
see.
taking some L's.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably like 6 times out of 10,
Yeah.
I've probably been fucking friend zoned.
Yeah. I done got friend zoned a few times. As now I feel like I'm on the reverse tip where I'm just like I'm in a whole different spot now, so I'm just kind of.
Oh, second.
I'm-
Oh, second.
What do you
Explain
mean by
that.
a whole different spot?
I'm in a whole, I'm in a whole different tax bracket and position and place in my life. It's a whole. I'm just like, hey, yeah, we can be cool. I just.
Nicky's
it's
in a different tax bracket. He's like, let's go out this weekend. Like,
Right?
nigga,
I
we
promise.
just did like
I
all
promise
weekend.
Bro, this man got a fucking viewpoint like Jasmine. He a whole new world.
hey, you should come by the loft sometime, man. It's a whole new world, ain't it?
It's nice. My view's better than yours.
Yeah.
But you got the bag though. You got the bag.
Listen,
Okay.
listen, we gonna start with the black couch this time. All right, Evan, you have friend zoned or have you ever been friend zoned? Experiences.
I mean, I've friend zoned some people.
Wait, real
And-
quick. Do we think men and women can be just friends?
Yes, definitely.
Ooh.
Definitely.
Okay,
sure.
listen.
I am.
Seven, take over again.
You don't think it
I
can be
can
done?
still.
It can be, but
I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you I think my biggest thing so far on this tonight is just boundaries. So if you let them know that you have no intention of trying to get back with them, they might
Back with them? That
back
means-
with them. Yeah.
That means you were
No,
with them
I mean like
previously.
you somebody you ain't been
Exactly.
with before.
Yeah, friend zone is more like never gone.
Yeah,
happen.
y'all ain't never
Oh.
gone out. Y'all ain't never been out. Not
But then-
you friends with
Okay.
your ex
We
on
may
some
hook
on
you
some
in
cordial
later.
shit.
Exactly.
Then I'm
some
gonna
other stuff.
backtrack. Then I'm gonna backtrack then.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go back.
It's a nigga you don't
then-
know. He just trying to be friends with you.
Then yeah, that's definitely true too.
Okay.
You can be just friends with somebody. Again, just tell them, hey, look, I'm not interested in you like that. If they keep trying, then
Hold a
you
second,
can say
hold
no,
up, hold up. I
or
think-
they might just get the message and be like, okay, cool, we just friends.
Okay.
But it depends on how they act. It kind of depends on the person who you are zoning, because
Absolutely.
you can definitely tell them your intentions. Now, how they take it is them.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think the guys that you have friend zoned were cool? Were like cool with just being friends, or you think they were waiting for their spot,
If they had
waiting for their
some-
shot?
If
There
they
are
had some
personality
deep,
trends and they have to look for the
embedded
two.
intentions that I didn't know about,
They
they
waiting
didn't
on
let
the
me
bench.
know.
Okay.
But
Now-
I told them that they were just friends.
Now this is my question too as well.
What's up?
Once again, the voice of God. I'm off camera. Deb, welcome to the
Breathing
show
over
too.
inside.
As well.
Yeah,
Put an
welcome,
applause
Deb.
for you. Deb, there it is, right there. Welcome, Deb. Welcome,
Only
Deb.
8 hours late.
Yeah, for sure. How do you friend zone somebody? What is the difference between friend zoning or potentially dating somebody, in your opinion?
So let's say that it start with you wanting to date them. You guys go on maybe a date, and then you find out that, you know what, I don't really like this person, but I still want this person in my life. Initially, I didn't say anything.
So you date them first and then determine friends.
You said
Yes.
want like you got him on the bench, or you say want like he's a cool guy? Because when you
Ooh.
say want, it sounds like he on the bench in case I
Exactly.
run out of options.
Exactly.
No, it was where I decided that this wasn't going to go anywhere else, but they were cool people as far as keeping in my life.
Oh, so it's more like a you can stay.
Damn. You can kick it if you want. Like,
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel
It's-
like that's a little worse than friend zoning.
damn.
I think that that's the same thing,
That
though.
is friend zoning,
I
yeah.
feel like
Negative.
initially
That's the definition
in
of
my
friend zone.
initially in my head, I've made the decision that, okay, like, I don't see this going anywhere else. I don't see me being sexually active with you. I'm not physically attractive to you. I just see you as just cool people. Like, I can talk to you about some personal stuff. We
Hey,
can
friend.
go on, like, exactly.
That's the worst. Get the side hug out the club. Oh,
I met this new guy. Tell me what you think.
It's crazy that you bring that up, because then that's where it goes from there. It's
every
when I
side
see,
hugging motherfuckers all the way out. Hey, I'll see you later. Well, what you about to do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go home. Ah, bro. Hey man. Hey bro. Hey, focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself.
Hey, pick up that crown, King.
That Crown King, it ain't worth it.
so yeah, from there it's just like, yeah, the side hugs, and then if they be like, yo, so what we doing? And then I tell them the truth. Yeah.
You going home alone tonight?
I don't know. I kind of have a different viewpoint on like friend zoning. So
Is
like,
it from you friend zoning or from you being friend zoned?
He been friends with a lot.
oh, absolutely.
Look at
He said 6 out of
Every
10.
nigga in this room got friends
He
on.
said 6 out of 10. Come on now.
Exactly. Like every dude has been friend zoned.
Oh,
Period.
for sure.
Dot,
Easily.
point blank. Period. Like
I think so.
every dude has shot for the stars and fucking got the moon. Period. Dot.
Yeah.
That's a
The
fact.
moon.
Pop smoke.
I think when it comes,
soon.
comes to women, when it comes to friend zoning, I think it's more so if they get friend zoned, it's because they either aren't putting out or they aren't keeping, like, maybe one of those things like what we was talking about before, like they're not keeping up with that person. So I think that's friend zone. I don't think it's where
So you're saying men put women in friend zones because they're not putting out?
I think that happens a lot.
Okay.
I think it happens a lot,
About trying
but
to set you up.
sometimes
Okay.
it can definitely happen on the reverse where they just not attracted to them in that way because maybe they had like a conversation or something with them and then it was like, okay, they're not intellectually on my level or
There's a
something
third
like that.
level, but I'm not gonna associate that with men alone. When it was my turn, I will talk about that.
Okay.
I have one more question, just one follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Is there an area, Amber, Ebony, once again, is there a level between the friend zone and dating? So like a limbo in between that you just keep dudes at, just in case, see how it works out.
Back burner.
Are you saying like a potential?
A potential. Exactly. What do you call that?
Mr. on the back
We,
burner.
we
that's
talk about
what-
misfires. Plan B.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would call them, potentials.
Potentials, okay.
Damn.
In the slow cooker, just in the
It's-
back, on the back of the counter.
See, Nick, no, too. I was gonna talk on the mic, but he started
We
it.
talking about the turkey in the crock pot.
Yeah. And it be ready about 10, 11 hours. Hey, we get there eventually. I hope you ain't show up hungry.
I hope you ready to play some cards. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's gonna be a minute till we
I
get
think-
Thanksgiving.
You definitely go. You won't wait your 90 days.
Clarification. Single days. There's a potential.
Yeah, all right. Amber,
Ain't that
go
some
ahead.
shit?
What's the question?
So have you friend zoned? Have you been friend zoned?
You know the question.
And then yeah.
You mean.
And
Stalling
then
for time.
and then
Formulate.
Ricky's addendum: is there a space between friend zoning and and like if you're
The
single,
fucking.
between friend zoning and actually fucking somebody?
What? That's
Back
not how it
burner.
went.
Hey, I give her some more time, real quick. Somebody pass.
question.
Let Ricky say it.
Hey, real quick. Someone pass the patties. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So the question, real quick, Amber. I'm gonna give you some more time. So friend zoning.
Yeah.
Think about
Talk
her
on
answer
that.
though before you ask
Question
it.
was that. But also, is there a level in between friend zoning and actually dating somebody or boyfriend, husband material? Like, what is there something in between there that you put other men in the category that we could be more than this? But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there it
okay.
is.
So, yes, I've been friend zoned before. I didn't realize what was happening. Like, I was very surprised. This is when I became over. I'm 25 and some change, but this was around the,
Change is 99 cents.
Don't let him put black. Don't let him put black numbers on some change. A change, girl. A change can be some pennies. It don't matter.
hey, pick up your crown,
Counting
queen.
pennies
But
too.
Pick up your crown.
Facts.
I was a little bit older then, so I was kind of losing like my zest. I feel like when you're young, you got it, you're fresh, you're sassy. Then the older I got or something, I don't know. Maybe it was just like I just had different energy, but I got friend zoned, and I was very confused because I was very used to like getting dudes,
Being the shit.
and then all of a sudden I wasn't the shit, and I got friend zoned, and I was like, bruh, like what? You don't like me? Like fuck you? Like you don't even have your shit.
Damn, that ego kicked in.
She was feeling herself. She was feeling herself, and it turned her up away.
Like I was mad as shit, but so yeah, I've been friend zoned before, and I have definitely friend zoned guys before.
Steve
And
Buscemi in the
I
life.
would
Except for
say
Buscemi.
definitely,
got it.
if I'm
Buscemi
not
got the
attracted to them, but they have like an awesome personality, they're getting friend zoned. And then also like I don't know what it is exactly, but there has to be something there that like wants for me to like want to actually date you or like see other potential and possibility in you, like because you could have like a wonderful personality and we can click and everything else like that, but there has to be some kind of like there's like this weird like connection, and I don't know how to explain it, that's there, that is like if you don't have it, then you're just going to be friend zoned. But if you don't like give me the tingles and stuff,
Gotta get
then
the
you're friend
tingles.
zone. Like I gotta
Exactly.
I gotta get butterflies.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's the butterflies in the stomach.
when you,
It's the
like,
tingles
want
when
to
you
hear from
yeah.
that person,
Right.
then you start to realize like I like this person more than just a friend. Because my friends, I'm like I don't give a fuck if I hear from you or not. But like if
Damn, bro.
if
Son,
Amber don't
take,
care about none of
if
y'all.
I'm, like,
son, take a week off from the pod.
like I know they're cool and stuff. I think it's so.
She didn't include her. She was like, man, fuck these.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
But if I
I
like
ain't with
start
them.
like wanting, like getting excited when they text me and stuff like
Yes.
that, then I'm just like, okay, like it's like that feeling.
Yeah, facts. It's like that uncontrollable smile
That
that you
before
can't
or after
handle.
you touch yourself.
Yeah, you be smiling when you get texted.
Exactly.
Or
It's,
when
it's
you,
like, it's like
or even if you're not looking at your phone, like you hear that little buzz, and then you're like, "Ooh, I hope it's them."
And then they didn't text you, and now you mad.
exactly. It's like, damn, where the fuck you at?
Right. Or you looking at that text that you got, and you're just like, "Oh man,
Ooh, girl, he
who is
Yeah.
this?" Like, I don't even want to text him.
You text him like, "Oh hey, so we hanging out tonight," and then you'll get a response over for like 2 hours, and then your mom texts you, you be like, "Man, fuck you, mom." Like, I don't give a damn. She like, hey, you call your grandma, it's her birthday. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Like, I'm trying to get texted back right now, y'all.
You're like, "Fuck grandma."
It's like I need my line to be fucking open. All right.
Yeah. You might have blocked her text, like you could have like sent her text somewhere else to some other dick or something. And now I can't hang out tonight because you done bounced Jessica's text off. Now I can't. Now I'm gonna be forever alone. I'm unhappy.
Still
A
on the
neighborhood
go couch?
dude like
Are we
me?
still on the go couch?
Oh my god.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Answer your question, Yodi. Women absolutely friend zone men more than women.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Same
niggas shoot their shot
Absolutely.
more.
Same question.
Niggas shoot their shot
Well, no,
more.
I wouldn't say-
Exactly.
no, well,
But we here to educate.
it's
lessons.
more of a. I think when it comes to shooting a shot, especially in my age range, I think it's a 60-40 split. Which
40-60 age range.
What?
That's what you did younger.
I get one gray hair on the top of my head.
When we try to have
Go ahead,
kids, they
talk-
start shooting their shot. I'll tell you that.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Your balls work, nigga? What's up?
In my age range, 20 to 40, 20 to 40, the shooting shot from men to women is, I'm talking, we 80 to 20. 80 to 20, without a doubt.
What you mean? Like we're in the favor?
Yeah, men.
Yeah,
men shoot their
men
shot.
are 80, women are 20, shooting a shot from 20 to 40
Oh, okay,
age
shooting a
range.
shot, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, better.
Absolutely. Because I personally feel like at that age, men feel like they the shit and, you know, they got their testosterone, you know, building up and, you know, they think they hot shit.
You might think you the shit, but when you come to a certain age range, within that big ass range, you kind of like
20, 40 is
you kind of it's huge. So I mean, like I say, I mean, I'm in a group of people that I know y'all now. I'm in a group of people. Yes, I do feel like I'm on my high horse. I'm worth it, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna go out there and be like, hey girl, you don't know who you dealing with. I'm not doing that.
That's how I be.
Yeah. So
You
I am.
wanna go ahead.
That was me.
So when I say shooting my shot, it's not necessarily like, you know, being on your high horse and like, you know, saying like, oh, I'm the shit, and if you're not fucking with it, you know, it's opposite.
But you ever been on U Street? That's how it be.
It is.
Hey, what's
But
that?
I'm talking-
You say you're not interested.
I'm talking approaching.
That is.
Those stupid ass bitch.
But we
that's how they be out there, bro.
we're talking.
That was not towards you. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
It
We're talking surface level though.
Yeah.
We're talking surface level, just approaching like,
That's
hey,
surface level, bro.
How's it
That's
going?
the hey.
Exactly.
That's the
Hey,
hey out
how's it
there.
going? I think you beautiful. Let me buy you a drink type shit. Like
She
20
gonna
to
say
40.
You
that's
giving too
it.
much validation
They
up
gonna
front.
say
Beautiful.
yes.
That's a
They gonna
lot.
say yes.
That's a
They
lot
gonna
early on.
Depending on where you are, they gonna say yes. They gonna take that drink and they gonna try and get you. Like, well, yeah, I took the drink. I talked to you for a little bit. I didn't like what I see. Have a nice day.
Fact.
Friend zone. Bow. So like, it happens. So
Exactly.
like, but we're asking this question around everybody, right? Hell yeah. Every man has been friend zone, straight up.
Yeah.
And a lot of women have been friend zone too. Now, it depends on the age group or whatnot for why you get friend zone. When you're younger, you get friend zone for superficial reasons, like you don't look this way, you don't have this, you don't have that. When you get older, you get friend zone for I'm not ready to be in a relationship because I self-analyze
Compatibility
myself.
I didn't understand
It's compatibility.
That. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, what? Why am I
Yeah.
getting friend zone?
Exactly. You got that. You got compatibility. You got compatibility issues. You got people that just know who they are and they don't want to try. You got people that's fuck you name it. It's just the older you get, the more. When the older you get, the less tolerance you have to dive into a relationship to be with somebody. So like, even though you get like when it comes to the older crowd,
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
when you get to the older crowd, friend zoning does not mean it's the end all be all. It just means I'm not. When you get older, friend zoning does not mean it's the end all be all. It's because of friends. I say there's friends. Like no, we just gonna be friends. And there's friend zone. The friend zone is I can see myself with you, but whatever it is I have going on within me, I'm not ready to be with you yet. And that's just for the upper echelon for, ages or whatnot. The young is super superficial. If you're getting friend zone, you're like, it's more like I don't really want to deal with you right now because I'm out here fucking with people I think I really like, and I'm gonna do these broken relationships till they fucking break me, and I'm gonna figure out what I really want, and then I might hit you back 6 years later.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like there is that potential.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I
what
call
happened.
it, because where you say friend zone and then you say just friends, that's where that potential echelon comes into play, because you have those people that you feel like, yo, they're great, but maybe you got something going on with you at that time.
Yep.
Maybe you're not ready, like you said. So you just keep them there until you just feel comfortable with.
Don't
picking
string
up.
them along now.
See,
Yeah, and you
Keep
don't.
it different.
You don't.
There's a difference.
Keep it G. Keep it G. Be like,
Yeah.
look, I'm not ready to be in a relationship because of X, Y, Z. Straight up. But I mean, we have multiple listeners, so I'm trying to talk to the younger listeners too. More times than not, the women and men that friend zone you, they have not matured yet. Now, there's how many times men can speak to this all the time. Actually, men and women can, but more men than women. You talk to this girl and at least people in the room. Talk to this girl in high school. She like, well. Then you grow up, become what I feel like everybody in this room is, as Dev would say, successful black people, and then or just successful people. But Dev says that, but successful people, right? And they're like, ooh, oh, like we all work out in here because we got to.
Facts.
Yeah. So like, we all look good, but like, they be like, hey, yeah, like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Where you been? Because most of your peers in high school, you go take a look at. I mean, I'm up there. I'm
I'm doing good for Decatur High, class of 2004, y'all. All right, y'all watch out.
I won't even lie
How
to
you
you.
get my graduation?
East Atlanta class of 1991.
I agree with you.
991.
I agree with you because, and this is super fucking recent because I'm talking like in the past like 3 weeks, bro. I recently just got hit up with somebody that I haven't even talked to in like 5 years.
Yep.
And she was like, "How you doing?" Da 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 da. I'm like,
She hit you with a hey big head.
exactly.
Hey,
I'm
big
like,
head.
Hey, big head.
I'm like, shorty,
is
when
so
we was,
old.
I'm
I
like,
keep
shorty, when we
people
was,
to do-
really think so?
when we was
Yeah,
back
2
in
years.
high school.
Hey, big head came back during COVID.
Oh man, big head's back. Big head's back.
That's because you wasn't in person. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like I recently got hit up with the, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. I'm like, shorty, we haven't talked in like 3, 4, 5 years. Like, what's the game? What's the game? Because I'm not
Be
stupid.
careful though, because like with me, because I was married for 10 years and I got divorced, right? About almost 4 years ago.
Yeah,
4
yeah.
years ago. I don't put a lot on social media. And I got a lot of friends that have been friends with me on social media for God knows how long. So like it just over time, like, damn, he doesn't really wear a ring. He's always by himself. This, that, and the other. And like, hey, what's up? Like, how they don't just dive in and be like, hey, nigga, you still married? But we talk a little bit because like usually if I'm married, when I'm married, I'm not entertaining those messages like, oh shit, my wife will kill us. And
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, yeah, I talk and stay so like, yeah, I'm doing this all stuff. Like, how you been? Like, yeah, I'm just here. Like, see you got kids? Like, yeah. And then like I'll probably say something like, well, they live with their mama. They're like, oh, you divorced? They knew I was divorced. They just checking. So like,
Yeah.
well, they had a feeling because there's a lot of dudes out there that'll play that game. A lot
Yeah.
of dudes that play that game. Like, oh yeah,
They'll beat
I
around the
live
bush.
my baby mama don't mean we mess around type shit. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
They beat around the fucking bush.
yeah. So like, but I've had several. What's it? Oh, we said that one. But like, I have several women since I've been divorced. Like check in, be like, well, see what happened. I actually tried to date one. It went horribly.
That's because she was ready. She was
insecure.
She was on go.
No, she was insecure because I was trying to be a human with my ex-wife and mother of my kids. And she thought we were having sex with each other, which I didn't understand because I lived in one city, she lived in another, and I was talking to this girl, and I was in Atlanta doing something else, like with old girl. Not like it was. That's an aftermarket story, but like you know what I'm saying, like very insecure. And we can talk about insecurities one time. Amber, hook us up next week. Bet.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, man, friend zone.
Friend zone.
Yeah.
Friend zone.
I friend zone some people myself.
Okay.
You know,
Damn, man, you gonna keep talking?
Yeah, baby, we just wrapping it up. We was about to wrap it up.
Jesus Christ.
Just trying to wrap it up. It's all good. Anyway. Go check on your kids. Hey, we gonna wrap this
Hey, go
up.
check on your kids.
We gonna talk about last take. We gonna bring up the coon of the week. Man,
Is that what we calling it?
Yeah, it's coon of the week. It's our docu of the day. It's just coon of the week.
Coon of the
Alright.
week.
What would be the noise? What
Huh?
would be the audio for that? Like Uncle Ruckus? in the
Yeah,
background?
get that nigga off that nag. All right. Anyway,
A job application.
Ricky, if you can, please pull up for the audience the coon of the week.
Oh.
This
Oh
goes
my
out
gosh.
to oh my God, I can't even look at this. Look.
like a whole
This
second.
man, look, and if y'all read the captions, these are wedding photos
Yep.
Can't
for an
even say it.
interracial couple.
Man, he said, "Look at the
And,
coonery."
and the caption on the original photos was, and then he was no longer a slave, but he was family.
We won't get to
Wait.
that too as well to make sure
No,
everything's popped
are
up
you
properly. There it is.
dead ass,
Bro.
All right, hold a second. Take a look at the
It was
photos.
like 1849. Time has passed.
This was Ricky's wedding
and
photos.
we've been together
Fuck
for
that.
a long time.
Absolutely. Dude,
And
hey, somebody be dead. It won't be me.
that's basically
Won't be
what
around
it
for that.
was.
All right, so you take a look at these photos. All right, obviously, this is a
Go
white
through them
woman,
all.
black
I
man.
can't.
This is embarrassing.
Not to mention he's light skinned. He'd be inside the house, not always outside with
Yeah,
chains.
yeah,
on.
That's right. He's not
This is-
even
this is-
a film slave. So what is he doing?
Come on now, you ain't on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
The
God.
nerve. But like at any point in time, did he feel like his ancestors like inside of him?
Who thought this was a
Tapping
good
him on the
idea?
shoulder,
and be
right
like,
there.
nigga, what are you doing?
Bro,
Like,
where is his family? Where are your
So,
friends, bro?
I'm gonna be
Yes,
honest
man.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just superficially looking at this photo, I'm like, bro, you not us.
Bro, this nigga straightened his hair, bro.
like you know, all skin folk and kin folk.
Like
That's why
exactly,
hey,
exactly.
hey,
you're
there
not,
it
you're
is.
not, you're not.
To
kin.
me, there is like a line of blame for this. It starts with her. It starts no.
It's on
Actually,
both of
I go
them.
back. It starts with him.
Yeah.
It starts with her. It starts with their family. And then it's the damn cameraman,
Oh, my
the
God.
photographer
Yo.
that decided to take these pictures.
Yeah.
I promise.
Because
that cameraman was
you
like, "This
see-
gonna be publicity."
And then and you know what? And maybe I should add friends in there too, next to the family, because when they presented this idea to everybody, like
They had to
'cause-
present this idea
right.
to somebody.
They had
right,
to have.
they had to talk to their family and be like, "Hey, you guys, we're gonna do these pictures. What do you think?" At that point, their people failed them.
You think it took that? You think they actually did all that?
I mean,
I think so, because you had to have people at this wedding.
I mean, so like, look, just this.
We just wedding photos. Wedding didn't happen yet.
just
No,
statistically
but you
looking at
had
this,
to-
though,
Around
right?
the idea with like your best friend or something like we
Right.
gonna, we gonna
You
take these
had
wedding
to.
photos and I'm
They
gonna dress up
had
as
to
Exactly.
run this
But-
idea by
I'm
somebody in the family.
I
I'll
wanna-
say this,
Somebody.
It doesn't have to necessarily be somebody in the family, right? Because they don't have to necessarily be close with their family.
Friends.
But
Friends.
if we look at this statistically, right, it says 5,059 retweets, 9,949 quotes, and then 22.1 thousand likes.
Yo, who like this
That's an
shit?
issue.
Hey,
That
hey.
is a fucking
Hey,
issue.
But
Hey,
hey, Izzy breaking it down.
They don't have enough, like, you know, options and stuff to click on it when you want to do something. So maybe people don't
Options?
like the photo itself, but, like,
There
you
it
know, you don't have the angry face, you don't have the exclamation, you don't have the
Okay.
thumbs down. You know,
So-
it's not like Reddit and stuff.
Okay,
where
yeah,
you got
yeah.
options.
I see what you mean. I see what you
Upvote,
mean.
downvote.
Yeah.
Then in all honesty, don't comment.
Facts.
Don't put a thumbs up. Comment on this shit, and give your opinion of what you think.
Yeah, right.
Because this,
It's bad.
yes,
Hey, I
and
want to
bad
blame.
is being nice.
I want to blame Jeff Bezos for having slave shackles on Amazon Prime. You shouldn't be able to get those that quickly. Because there's no way you thought of this, and then it
No
took
way.
you waited 3 to 4 weeks for the shackles.
Yo.
The gear.
And
the
you
lane.
know what? The fact that you waited that long and maybe you didn't change your mind.
Yeah. You
Somebody
That
did
also
sit
is an
there.
issue, yes.
Yes. You had time to rethink this shit,
You
and you
ordered
decided
the-
not
They
to.
have
You
a
got the
right
box, you said, ooh,
outfit.
my
That's
shackles
not like
is
a
here.
normal outfit to have as a whole pilgrim hat.
You-
Okay, wait.
That nigga had to track his
This
back
is-
on the home screen like shit. You want
Hey,
Facts.
cameraman up, yo. we
This
about
would-
to be ready.
I won't even lie. I don't know if y'all have Amazon Prime, whatever the case may be.
I do.
I fucks around. I watch American Gods, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker remind me of Shadow Moon.
Don't do Shadow Moon like that.
Listen.
Don't do that man
Nah,
like that. That
don't
man's
do
too
Shadow
sexy.
Moon like
we
that.
watch
That
too
man's-
much Bridgerton. This is Bridgerton the prequel. This is the before years.
Before that, Downton and Abbey.
Hey,
That's
hey,
what that is.
hey, we got
PBS.
we got one more photo on here too as well.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's the upgrade. It's the
Days
upgrade.
passed
Oh, so
and everything
this,
changed.
This is it right there. The
Hey.
1842 days passed and everything changed. Our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the
Hey,
family.
fuck the redacted.
God.
Release the names.
Excuse me?
He said, "Fuck the redacted, release the name."
Release
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Release the fucking
BNY
name.
investigators.
Who took them photos? I need to know.
'Cause I promise you, I'm gonna be on that ass like white on motherfucking rice.
Better name
You
Megan
got the
or Cindy or.
Django jacket on.
Man.
And he ain't no black superhero.
Who's that
No.
nigga on that name?
No,
Nah.
this man right here is the Black Jack the Ripper.
Got the Bezos
Bro.
khakis on.
The Bezos got keys.
He about to OJ
That's
Simpson her ass,
embarrassing.
bro.
I'm upset.
He about to OJ Simpson her.
But,
Yeah, if she get,
She's
look,
in
I never
danger.
hope for anybody to get divorced.
He said, hold on, wait. I heard it's an edgy picture. Where was that at? Where was that at in the comments?
It was an edgy picture.
Yeah. Scroll down in the
I
comments.
was second. Go
Yodi
back
probably
to it.
said
Give
it,
me
'cause that's
a second.
all I
Give me a
see.
What's
second.
edgy got to do with that?
That's what I'm trying to figure
That's
out.
not edgy.
It's
the
unauthorized.
whole
Yeah.
the whole thing is
Unauthorized.
just a disgrace.
We should ask
All
Black
right, hold a
Twitter.
second. So I'll go.
And I don't. And this is not even the first time someone has done this before.
Whoa.
Like I read in a couple of comments on different pages where there was another picture. I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. But there was another incident where somebody decided to do something like this before. And then there's also kinky videos and stuff where people get off on doing stuff like this, where they have.
He doesn't feel like
Hold on.
degraded.
Look
Yeah, I
at
don't-
look
right.
at this retweet that fuck Donald fucking whatever the
Black
fuck said,
men are
right?
truly the bottom of hell. Like he really sat up in shackles and took those pics with that slavery
Like
caption.
my thing is
That's Sharon right there. That's a Sharon.
exactly. My thing is like when you do shit like this, it creates negativity
You invite
on
that
social
energy.
media.
You
And
right
it
there.
sets,
And
it
now-
You know
sets
what I
us
mean?
back
Yes.
so far.
So my question is to the women. First off,
I ain't looking at
when
shit
you
no
see
more.
this, you see a man like this
My
Of
brother
his-
is lost.
of his stature. What does that do to y'all?
At this point, we need hey, Umar. Where you at?
What does that do to y'all? Like, yeah, the Umar meme. Like, what does that do to y'all? What do y'all think
I don't
about
call that
that
man's name
in a
often.
deeper level?
I mean, on a deeper, like, I don't care because, and I'll tell you why. Because, like, I already know not all skin folk are kinfolk. And so I do not have expectations of all black people to be like, positive, like, just be black. Like, I just don't, like, hold that expectation for black people to just, like, be better all the time necessarily. Like some of them just like, you know, they just be wilding. Like we just happen to be the same color, but like I don't know like where the fuck they get any of this stuff from, and like I have no regard for them as like black individuals. Like they are just who they are.
Yeah, to
Feel like you're being watched? Hackers can.
Oh, before you
Whoa.
say anything.
Yeah,
Oh, say, one second.
I don't know if y'all heard the starting of the
Before you say
question.
anything, we're trying to wrap up the podcast. Just keep that in mind.
Hey, this is a quick question. If it's on Pornhub, it's all good. Because
No.
people look at that. No, I'm
Negative.
not saying it's good as in it is acceptable.
You're
but
telling
in
on
that
yourself.
realm, Like, there's no outrage on porn.
What kind of porn
because
did
there's
you watch it?
Wait,
But to be right,
about this earlier. He was
I
saying,
mentioned that before.
Yes.
Like, there is definitely what I was reading after I started doing research on this whole travesty.
Hey, don't king shame now.
It was, yes, there's kink, there's people that get off on it, like there's people are into a lot of different sexual things, whatever, do them. But there are people that like being whipped or like being bounded or like and
Yeah,
by
and it's
a
like
white man
S&M.
or by a white
That's
person.
cool, handcuffing
So
to
that's
the bed,
cool.
but we ain't doing
But-
that.
No, they like dressing up and doing stuff like that.
Okay.
There's people out there that get off on it.
Y'all
So-
need-
But at the same time, I don't feel like that is an issue to a point where you sit up there and you take pictures and you want.
Ooh.
What is that? What is that? I followed them.
The last one.
You and
Oh, so I read that. It's my
Oh.
name in it.
tap the little button.
So let me ask you this, right?
But
Let me ask you
hold
this,
on,
right?
if we ask anything, let me read it for the audio too as well.
Okay.
It's Mac earlier was on the podcast with us long while ago when we in our infancy. Rick, if you and Jenny, I can ask you and Sierra the same thing. If I took photos like that, first of all,
Jenny gonna be like,
what you
doing?
Right.
Hey, first of all, back to the whole man woman thing. Hey, baby, love you, but I run this shit. So there's no way. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that she would even bring that shit to me. Didn't even ask
she
me
brought
that.
that to him. I think
And
he
if
brought that
she
to her
did-
with his ignorant ass.
And if she
She
did,
brought it to him, and he was like, okay.
and see that
No,
I
so-
believe that right there.
And
There's no way in hell. Oh, said for the record, there's no way in hell we would even be together. That was her thought pattern in the first place.
you're wrong.
It's impossible.
No.
I bet that she
So-
wanted
To be
them.
honest, I don't think
most
that
women
there's
won't-
enough evidence there to
It's not enough,
say
but I'm
whether
go-
it was him or her.
I'm
Facts.
gonna go off of my concept, which is very, it's just me and what I think. What I think has nothing to do with what happened in that picture. I think everybody in this room can agree that black men go to other races because they can't handle the power of a black woman. So,
Okay.
I'm right here.
Hear me out.
Oh, second.
I said some
Hey,
real conservation.
listen.
Hey, give him that hat real quick.
No, I'm saying,
I'm gonna
Hey,
hear you out.
hey,
Listen,
everybody get comfortable.
Cap it up.
We
Listen.
here now.
I'm gonna hear you out.
We here.
I'm gonna hear you out. But best believe, once I'm done, I got some shit to say.
Yeah, we were trying to wrap it up, man. You had put us. This is an hour-long conversation, bro.
so no.
Continue,
Hey,
man.
hey, I'm about to like
All
this
right,
motherfucker
Derek
up.
Jackson, go ahead. Go ahead,
I
man.
want to hear what this young man has
Hey,
to say.
hey, man, this ain't no Derek Jackson shit.
Hey,
but
this is
I know,
some Steve
I know.
Harvey 90 Days shit.
Go ahead. Go on.
We're
Go ahead,
talking
talk
about
your
you
shit.
on the B side. Anyways,
Go ahead.
I think that black men go to, I can't say all other races because like a Puerto Rican woman is like dating a black woman straight up. But I think other women are more submissive and they cannot handle.
I'm on it.
Who said something? Oh, okay. I think they can't handle the power of a black woman. I prefer it. That's my thing. of a black
I'm so
woman.
glad this happened. At
Oh,
this point
I'm
right
so
here,
upset about
with me on the mic. You know what? At this point right now, turn the camera on me.
All right.
You know what? I'll
Can I
sit
say,
and get
one more
right
thing? Go,
Maybe
go,
we
now.
should.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are
Talk.
you trying to let me bury myself or not?
Bury yourself.
I don't know. Y'all like trying to cut me off like I'm gonna say something weird.
Nah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Speak your piece. Go ahead. Speak your piece.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead,
I mean,
man.
there's a group of niggas that can't handle black women straight up, and I think he's one of them. And I think he brought that up because that nigga's stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
All right,
trying
so
to bond
here's-
with his
Wait,
woman
wait,
over
wait.
something
Hold a
that
second.
makes
So
sense,
here's-
but it doesn't make fucking sense.
Hold on. Here's the
Let
thing. Here's the
Ricky,
you know
go
what? No,
ahead.
I'm
Go
fine.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So for a history lesson.
You not doing it?
Whole second though.
Go,
when,
Couch
when
Energy.
you said what you said at the beginning, it requires attention, which is I'm absolutely fine with.
I'm not.
All
I
right.
never. Everything I say is not 100% on everybody
No.
in that mindset.
It's not. Ricky not taking this
Absolutely.
personally.
No.
It's
If I was- if it
all
was-
opinion based. It's all
no,
subjective.
Go ahead. I
This
understand.
is fine right here, but to that opinion, it reserves a response.
Yes.
Am I not?
Go ahead. Give me your
Okay.
response because you're the best person for the response.
All right. So I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
My mom black. My pop's black.
Yes.
Might be light skinned, but they both black.
Yeah, my mom black.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm light skinned in the wintertime.
My grandma black. All my aunties black. All my cousins black. My sister's black.
That nigga black.
My kid's black.
And I'm blackity black, and I'm
I'm
black,
blackity
y'all.
black, and I'm black, y'all.
Exactly.
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blackity black, and I'm black.
Ricky got a couple Trey Youngs, but he black. He black.
Yeah. So how did Jenny get in the picture?
But I think you're going somewhere that I don't want to go because
Well, what
I
you
think
said right there. I was like,
you
your
let me-
words right there. I was like, just stop. You said that a black reason why black men choose a white woman because they can't handle black women. Which, if you know me forever, as you have,
I can answer that one right now.
no, you've already said what you said. Just sit back and relax. Sit back. Just relax.
Say no take back.
Just relax. First of all, what does that even mean? Handle a black woman. Explain that. Are you saying black women are difficult?
Yeah, what you saying, Manny?
Ooh.
Hey,
Now see,
Are
now
black
see,
women? Is there something
put
about black
yourself in a
women
pickle
that's
jar.
yeah? What
No.
is it with black women that's the issue?
so
That is.
straight up. I think with me when I'm dating, I want to be with black women because they understand my plight completely. Now that's not all inclusive. Nothing we saying here, if anything I saying
It's not
here is
answering
all.
the question. You're going on to something totally different. What is it with black women that's the issue?
Huh?
What do you mean by can't handle a black woman?
I don't know, 'cause I fuck
answer
with 'em.
that question.
I don't know because I fuck with them.
That's not answering the question.
How can I answer something that I don't deal with? I
You the
don't
one
fuck
that brought up the question. I'm just asking you. These are your words.
All right, say it again.
What do you mean by can't handle a black woman?
Some men can't handle black women because when they when they're trying to relate the black plight and try to comfort them, they can't take I can't think of the words right now, but
Neither
like
can
how
I.
my mother treats me, how she raised me. That shit was hard as hell, and I can say you probably had some of it. My father was in the picture. My mother raised me as if my father didn't exist because toxic shit. That's a whole different way to be raised, straight up. And like to have both parents in the home, we may be different. Straight up, to keep it 100. I'm not trying to say that any other race is not, for anybody, because I just saying like we're gonna keep it straight. I love Jenny. Jenny's an exception to the policy. She definitely is.
Well,
Ain't that
right now, I
many
don't
peop-
care about me and Jenny when you say
No, I'm
this.
just saying, like, but this. I feel like I struck a nerve with you when I said what I said. So I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
I respond. I'm here on the podcast. I'm right here in
Ask
front of
the
you.
question. You
Goddamn
cut
it.
me off, so you want go couch energy. We gonna get there.
No, see, you're saying a lot of shit, but you still haven't answered the question.
What's the question you want?
You said that black women, a lot of people can't handle black women. What is it about black women?
Because
that
like
men
what
can't
people
handle?
usually have the misconception of is like black women are difficult
They too
to
strong.
deal with.
They too strong for
They
them.
got attitude.
Wait, is that a
Always
misconception?
angry, and white women are submissive.
They're too strong.
White women are submissive.
No.
My answer is
Listen,
black
stop.
women are too
It's
strong
that.
for certain black men.
Is that a misconception, or do black women have a tendency to become like we talked about earlier, to be more masculine and to be in their masculine energy until you give them a space for
because
their
of
feminine
the
being?
systematic racism that got us to a
depends.
point to
Yeah, and I'm not-
to where a lot of women have got put in the position to raise men on their own, and they try to grow them like the men they should be.
I'm
Okay,
not
so-
disregarding that, right? But what I am saying is, for a personal choice, does a man need to have to handle a woman when it comes to choosing a wife?
It goes
I
back-
don't want to have to
it's a-
handle you.
Exactly.
No, it's a two.
I don't want to have to try to fight you on
You're capping
everything
right now.
Let
So
me, put my
two-way
cap
street.
on.
Two-way street. It's not handle. It's take the adversity that gets thrown at them.
Do you think black women are difficult?
Let me finish. Because you get more, but you in the public eye, because we accept everybody
I
around
give a
here
fuck
because
with
we are
public eye.
friends. I'm saying that we don't in here. That's why we friends. But in the public eye, they what? You talking about? You said cap. I had to
Disregard.
make sure I was-
Disregard.
But in the public eye, outside of this realm that we have going here, they that's what they think. That's what they think.
Okay.
Who is they
so
and why are you adapting
I'm gonna
the
say
position?
this. I'm gonna say this. Right. I'm gonna say this. From a very non-binary point of view, right? I'm gonna give y'all a little
Yeah,
background.
they them.
They don't. They see them. They're walking in the street, Marcus. I'm saying they don't say nothing
I'm
about that.
I'm Puerto Rican, I'm black, and I'm Colombian, right? So my mom, she's Puerto Rican and black.
I mean, I put you in the minority boat with us earlier.
Exactly. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm not going to lie. I fit more into this minority, right? But when it comes to relationships and when it comes to certain things, right? There's a certain stigma that's put on people of melanin that doesn't necessarily weigh a certain amount when it comes to people that lack thereof.
Well,
I'm
I'll say
favored.
this: in our generation now, everybody, we can say from age 40 on down,
Okay.
that is not an issue. So, like, I have a cousin from the deep south, right? He dates a white woman. She's amazing. She's our friend. Like, she's like, I love her. I'm not gonna say her name because she may not want to be
Yeah,
associated.
got you.
But the problem is in the deep south, it's the elders and the fact that they don't accept my cousin as they should. That was my uncle's fear before he passed away.
Okay.
And like and you can't say like you can't like just like how you say racism gets passed down, that fear of being judged from other races also gets passed down in the South.
For sure.
That's where I grew up at. That's what I see. That's my life. That's how I'm gonna think until someone proves me otherwise.
For sure.
Straight up. So that's what happens. And even then, like, she's all in. And even then, straight up, her family does see my cousin in a certain light.
Yeah.
He had to open his own business, run his own business, be successful, check all these fucking boxes before he was accepted, as opposed to me walking into a woman of color's house and like, okay, you know, you get accepted way faster in your own community.
For sure.
And even then, that also causes strains on relationships in the South. I'm speaking from as a Southern man,
Yeah.
and like this, and that's why like
The South is outdated.
the South is outdated. It's
why are
always
you
been.
speaking-
We still-
Hold on, wait. So there's a comment, right? It
Okay.
says, "I got a bold statement. This is from Marcus Pickett.
That's Matt.
Every man can't take the backlash or the judgment that comes from the culture from dating a white woman."
See,
This
I don't
is
see.
true.
This is a thing too as well. Y'all need to get out that bullshit thinking too as well. If you want to marry who you want to, that's fine. Just don't forget who you are
Yep.
and the family you came from.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you
But-
date.
But you're right.
Like,
You're
that's
right.
the
You're right.
topic.
You're right. You're right in that right. But like the fact is, you can like, 'cause I say I came from the deep south, right? So like, if I bring or she brings, and we're in opposite races, and I brings a woman, you know, that's not black home, it's gonna cause a stir. If she brings a man that's not, you know, white home, it's gonna cause a stir. The problem with this is you got to be strong enough to weather that, and that's cool. I've seen, you know, in my life, you know, in my day, women in, you know, in the South that were not of color, but the thing is that influence is so fucking heavy. It just made my mind made up. I can't do that. I made that choice. There are too many women of color that I want to be with. That's just my opinion. I don't judge. Y'all can do that. It's kind of about a subject we gonna talk about on Friday, but it's.
I would say this too as
So
well.
based off of the adversities that you will go through, that's the reason why you're saying that you wouldn't date.
No, not the very streets, because like usually I don't care. I'm like they know.
Obviously you do.
I am the. Well, you know I'm the first one to start some shit.
So let's say this, because like I've dated white guys before, like because black guys
Oh, yeah, we
didn't
know.
used to like me though, like because I, you know, for some reason it was the whole stereotypical like I'm
Just
too
because you
skinny.
was dating, what's my man's name?
I'm too skinny.
Buscemi.
I'm too skinny. I'm goofy as shit. Like I'm just not, I guess, black enough. Like basically.
Typical black
And so like they
You
were
got
like
20
me,
inch
and at
Brazilian
the time
in
it
the
was white
BBL.
dudes.
Yeah, but saying in the time back then before I started this path, I was a hood nigga from Atlanta. I didn't fit in over there. I couldn't go to Villa Rica.
But wait,
I couldn't do all these things.
But hold on, like, but I always like once I became that over 25, you know, age that I keep talking about. Then, you know, black guys started to like me. I'm telling you, I don't know what the switch up was. And so, and then I was pumped because, like,
You wanna know
it
what that really is, though?
it wasn't necessarily that, like, I don't have to talk down on white men to get like my point across.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm
but
not
what
talking down.
it is, oh, I know.
All right.
But what I'm saying is, like, I just always wanted to be with someone black because I just felt like they understand blackness and black
Blackity black.
it just
I'm black,
just
y'all.
just more like every day waking up being black and like I just wanted black.
I know,
Like,
Hey, no,
I
say.
don't
We
know.
could be here all night too
I know,
as
I'm
well.
just jaded by my experiences. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine too as well. And for me, all I wanted was just somebody that could hold me down.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's all that matters. But
And the things that I respect Amber for how she picks, and it's the same thing with me. That's it.
but you don't expect me for.
All right, well, let's
But we gonna wrap it up from
yeah,
here.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's wrap it up. Any final words from our guest on the Black Couch?
Yeah, round of applause for y'all.
Honestly,
Everybody.
I'm
round
gonna
of
be
applause.
honest with y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me, and this was definitely an experience that I would most definitely treasure for sure.
That's good to thank you, man.
The same for me. This was really, really nice conversations. I like that everybody had different points of view. I actually enjoyed the last part of the conversation more with.
We gonna talk. It's gonna be on the next one. We gonna talk about it more.
Hey, welcome to the B sides.
Yeah.
Yes, I would definitely love to come back because this was.
Hey,
was-
come back.
Come
this
back,
was
Smokey.
nice.
For sure.
You guys are super intelligent individuals, and
say all that.
I just love the vibe in general. And I love this gold couch vibe.
Hey, Ebony.
It's that
Hey,
energy.
Ebony.
Like that
Next time you come on, you want to go
You-
couch.
I don't know. What
Hey,
came
Izzy.
over
Next
me.
time you come on, go couch.
Say less.
Shoot, it reached across
Yeah,
to Ricky.
everywhere.
Like,
This is
it
like
just,
my permanent spot.
Alright.
I'm not in charge of the gold couch. I don't like
All right,
this.
yeah. All right,
I
man.
can see that. I can see that
nice.
though. I
All
can
right.
see that though.
Wow.
All right, Gold Couch man. Any last words?
Nah, man. Y'all ain't gonna rope me.
All right, Amber. Last words.
Me-
Gold Couch Amber.
I would say, of course, thank you guys for coming, and please come again.
Please come again.
And yeah, I think everybody should just love who they want to love.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes,
At the end of the day, love who you want to
Everybody love
love
everybody.
and know what you're getting into.
Semi per reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody love everybody.
Everybody, love everybody.
It's-
ELE.
Yeah.
All right. Ricky. Last words.
Hey, we always gonna have uncomfortable conversations here. That's
don't
one
like
thing I
it.
love.
It hurt.
It does hurt.
Nah, absolutely. It's all love.
It's all
baby.
good.
It's all love because things like that should be asked and questions like that should be answered.
I said it was all love with a specific individual on this podcast before we ended one day, and I wanted to kill him after that. So don't kill me.
Hey, for you, baby, I've known you about 6-7 years now. Hey, that shit. Hey,
Don't
look, if
mean
I want to
shit.
kill you, it would have happened year 3
Yeah.
or 4. That time I came to Oklahoma, yeah, we smoking blacks on top of the rooftop.
We
yeah,
did do
it would've
that.
been that point.
That was fun. I got the picture still.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
All right.
No. Nick, you're the host.
Yeah.
You always get last words to host. I just appreciate Ebony, Izzy. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't late.
I appreciate you inviting me,
I thought I
bro.
was
For
gonna
real,
be.
Yeah.
for real.
Real quick, Ebony thought it was gonna be Facebook over Facebook like Zoom. I was like, no, Ebony, it's
No,
here
you gotta-
today.
you
have to
Yo,
be
you
know-
I was,
I thought that was an email address.
I was so prepared when he said, "Yeah, Facebook Live." I was like, "All right, so I'm gonna be sitting at home. I ain't gotta do much. I can, I can probably still, do some stuff around the house while I'm doing this." Like, oh, you want me to come to your house?
Your camera gonna be off.
Oh, okay. I was like, "Oh shit, let me get ready now."
Hey, real quick, hey, did y'all?
Exactly.
Hey, did you have a good time? You have fun?
Of course,
did,
of course.
yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Great
I promise,
experience.
if I never get invited back again, I'm gonna feel offended.
Damn.
Hey, everybody comes back. Everybody comes
Everybody
back.
comes
I
So
promise.
They always
true.
come back.
I'm
Yeah.
ready again.
Dev, any,
There it is.
the late night Dev, any words?
I'm chilling.
Dev
Just,
chilling.
no, not late night Dev, just late Dev.
Late Dev.
Late
all right.
Dev, yeah.
This
No
is
late night
good.
Dev.
This is
Hey,
good.
host, go and take us out.
Of course. Yeah, what we got? Go. Good show. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Matt.
With the Showtime special.
Yeah. as I gotta say, thanks for coming, guests. Thank y'all for being here. This was a good time. A lot of good takes from everybody. Maybe you're gonna have to see Rick outside.
Hand me the cap. Hand me the cap.
See outside.
Hand me the cap.
Big Jitty. Rick did already texted Jitty. He got big blue on hubcaps. You
My
done?
kids is inside his house.
It's too late.
Like,
They
yeah.
tied up now. You ain't get your kids back. Anyway. But it's been great to be in a room full of great people.
I'm dapping this man up after the podcast
Yeah,
is
of
over. So.
Of course.
Yeah,
On some
for,
real
just
shit.
for the audio out there, in case anybody was curious.
Yeah. No, everybody's cool.
In
But
a room full of black people.
I'm in a room full of black people, great black people having great black discussions.
Yes.
And
And what?
And what?
He said people.
Oh, you
said-
talking about me?
Black
Listen,
people.
I said black people.
Disregard, bro. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
He don't
Yeah,
care.
black.
All right.
I mean, I guess in the 1/4 Puerto Rican, whatever this nigga is, whatever. All right, goddamn. All right, shout out to his Puerto Rican grandma. Anyway,
I haven't did my ancestry yet, but could we also shout out that I might be no, I'm just playing.
yeah. All right,
Hey.
shout out to Effie's
honestly.
Cambodian heritage, whatever the fuck. Hey, shout out to Genghis Khan for birthing all of us. All right. Anyway, that's what I said. Yeah, I'm glad to be in a room full of great black people, black men and black women, having black discussions. As you know, my goal, I just want to see people together. I want to see everyone get what they want out of life. I want to see happy families and family units. I want to see families and friends thrive. That's all I got to say. And as Ricky says, one, close us out.
2.
3. That's
I was
cap.
we still running. We still running.